everyone, and welcome to the Low Budget LCS. Tonight we have some LCS action. I'm doing fine. This is okay. And I am joined by the estimable Papaba. How are you doing tonight?
I think we should just rename it to the
Oh,
LCK.
that's
I
a
mean, that's what's
very,
going on here. These
very
these
high
are
praise.
the best of the best. They're the creme de la creme of the LBLCS. And so, maybe it's LBLCK,
So that would imply
Maybe
they're
that's
not
just what
in
we're
North
on.
America?
Uh, you know, yeah.
We're doing great.
I'm more just thinking about the different, regions more in terms of like power rankings, right? So what I'm doing is I'm proposing an entire overhaul of our naming system that should not be taken seriously. Where instead of being named, economy, commercial, whatever, the top one is low budget LCK, and then we have like low budget LPL, and then we have like low budget, LEC. Well, actually, LCS I think above LEC these days.
Oh gosh.
But maybe that's a spicy take. I don't know. Hit me in the chat. Also, Penguin 2PS hitting us with the Prime. Thank you so much. You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna do the last remaining Denny's in Vermont. Talk to our buddy Todd. Pancakes are on us. The butter costs extra.
But butter from Vermont is probably really good. They likely have that grass-fed stuff.
I feel like if you are at a Denny's in Vermont, I feel like if you're at a Denny's anywhere, they are not using local butter.
Are they at least using maple syrup? By the way, drafts have started. We actually have like
Draft
bands.
has started, and I'm very excited for this matchup. Um, some of these names I know, some of these names I don't. So I'm familiar with a number of the people on the Squeak squad. I'm unfamiliar with, I think, the majority of Filet-O-Fish.
Yeah,
So
but
excited
they're
to see
a
the new
wonderfully
question mark
tasty
faces.
piece of protein, so it can't be that bad.
It
But their
cannot be at
first pick
all.
is Gwen.
I hate that. I mean, it's
Yeah.
valid, but I dislike Gwen as a champion personally because she's very good at killing a lot of the champions that I like to play.
Okay.
Um, very strong 1v1, very strong side lane presence, very good scaling presence. Gwen is. And immediately responded with Jax. That may have been an assumption that Gwen is going top. Gwen obviously can also jungle, so it will be interesting to see how these drafts evolved. Let's talk about some of the bans here. Squeak Squad have banned Smolder, Vigar, TF.
They hate
Those
scaling.
first two, they hate scaling. And Filet-O-Fish said, well, we'll take Gwen. She scales pretty good. On the other side, we're seeing, the Nautilus ban, the Ambessa ban, the Fizz ban. Those seems pretty individually targeted things you don't want to deal with. I think, Loose Lucky is going to be the Ambessa ban away. There's a 63% win rate on it. Very, very high. Yes. And I'm
Also, I
trying to
believe
piece through the
Ambessa does quite
OPGG
well
right
into
now.
Gwen. She moves around way too much for Gwen to deal with. And she's
That would make
melee, so
sense.
it makes it hard for her no-go zone to work.
Yep. She is
What's
immune.
that ability called?
I just know it as Gwen is immune.
Okay, Gwen's immunity. We can go with that.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Yeah. In any case, we are going to see NA Jace here. But listen, that's another pitch for this to become the LBLCK. There's a Jace on our screen. On the other side, we do have
does before we make that determination.
That's true. We have Vi coming out in Oriana. Love Vi. Vi and Jax already provide a pretty decent what I call BDS for
Ball
the side of the
service.
Squeak squad here. Yes, absolutely, it is. And so we're gonna get into this, second round of bans. Right now, having that Jace pickup, I love this drafting because it confuses me. Now, maybe it confuses me because I haven't been following League as closely as I have historically done, but I'm expecting that's Jace top, maybe mid, and then Gwen flexing to jungle. But it could be like, yeah, it could be like a Jace mid, Gwen's still top lane, and they can still pivot to jungle angle. I'm not sure. I don't know how Jace is doing in the meta right now and how that speaks to the flexibility of the Filet-O-Fish comp. Now, another thing Filet-O-Fish have done here that is phenomenal is they have picked Nami.
Yes. However, I do want to pay attention to their bans a little bit, because with that Leona ban, it looks like they are drafting more of a stay over there, whittle you down comp, and don't want any more hard engage than the Vi and Jax can provide. Nami's pretty decent about keeping things apart. Keeping teams apart. Jace can knock somebody back. Gwen just doesn't care. So I'm imagining they're probably going to draft something to be a wall in front of them. Of course, Braum, not going to happen with a Nami on the team, but tank jungler. Maybe a Sejuani or a Rek'Sai or something? Okay, Kai'Sa's going to ignore the lines of scrimmage as well. That was a really good pick.
Yeah, really, really hard pick comp with a solid, team fight core from the Orianna here, coming out from the Squeak squad. Filet-O-Fish picking up Mel. I still don't know where everyone's going. So, okay, people in the chat, tell me, literally, please, if you are watching, tell me where you think these people are going, because I am confused.
It's a Mel Nami bot lane.
That's okay. That's where I was leaning.
With Jace mid, Gwen top, and Lee Sin in the jungle is my guess.
Yeah. So I mean, B5 Lee Sin. Normally, I feel like you see the Lee Sin picked up a lot earlier. I think they're relying on that Gwen flexibility, which is cool. I'm very interested to sort of see how this goes. Filet-O-Fish don't have that traditional AD carry. Nico potentially going to be the pickup here, and that is going to get locked in for Memer Sticks. I'm actually looking at their solo queue right now, and it looks like pretty straightforward. They banned all of Memer Sticks' engage, and you move down the list, and Nico's sitting right there. But yeah, lots of team fight coming out here from the side of the Squeak squad.
Goodness.
All right.
Shockwave into Hot Blossom with Jax and Kai'Sa wailing on them is terrifying. Even Vi can provide quite a bit of AoE damage, particularly since one of her most popular builds is more damage heavy right now. Lee Sin's in a really good place though, and I imagine his ult will probably be used more defensively. Say, oh, you're on my backline? No, you aren't.
Wait, what are the Vi builds looking like these days? I should know this as someone who put a lot of I should know this. Sundered Sky into Cleaver, sure. Is that around what you're thinking? Or is there a different build you were thinking about? Is there a lethality build that's going around?
There is a lethality build. That's usually done in lane though. At least from what I've seen,
sure.
In the low depths of gold elo. So that might not apply to the heights of which we are currently reaching.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for joining us as well. It's a nice little Wednesday evening.
Oh, we get predictions tonight. Oh my gosh, this is lovely.
Well, hey, I'm super appreciative, not to break the fourth wall too much or anything, but Loki is running the stream tonight. So I get to sort of just like sit back and vibe. And so, I'll be watching the chat a little bit more than I normally get to. I can do the predictions. I'm hyped for it.
I'm glad I've got it worked out mostly. Still need a little bit of work on the mic thing, I think, but people in chat, has my mic gone crazy, scratchy, peaking, weird stuff tonight? Does it sound good? Is the balance okay?
Hearing none.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume we're all good.
Yeah, I think we're okay.
Oh, it's that bug. Okay. I was gonna say, is this Kaisa top Oriana
Nope,
jungle? And then
nope.
I remember
The
I
order
remember
will let us know nothing. Oh, thank you,
the
Rujo.
order.
This is
What's
the
this note?
LCS division. So this is
I must not fall.
as high as they want to reach. It's great.
Warrior spirit.
Yeah, this is creme de la creme. This is, masters on high diamond, on mid diamond. Throw a couple emeralds in there, just for spice.
We've got to get some green in there. It balances out the colors well. Too much purple is
Sure.
just ugh.
Yeah, purple. You know what color purple goes great with?
Almost anything. It's wonderful.
Oh, I was gonna say gold, but yeah. I
It
actually also like
looks
purple
really
and
good with
green.
black. I am currently wearing purple with a lovely heather gray. It looks good with it. I have a purple blanket that has a navy blue border. Um, my purple sheets are also with gray and beige blankets because that's the only color you can find blankets in nowadays.
Mm,
My
I'm
wedding
looking around
colors
for
were
purple things.
purple, like a deep, rich plum color with silver and
Oh,
ivory.
nice. That's nice.
It may be my favorite color.
I see.
Yeah.
Purple's solid. I wore
Mhm.
purple socks today. It's
Cool. I did not.
yeah.
I wear black socks because that's what comes in the big multi pack at Costco. And I only
Nice.
get the same big multi pack once every decade or so. And I get like a third more than I need. And then I just don't buy any more socks. And eventually they wear out. And I get a few enough of them that I'm like, I need new socks. And I go and buy a whole new set. But if you buy a bunch of the same ones, it doesn't matter which one wears out. Because you just throw it away and there's another one to take its place.
Yeah. I mean that's totally fair. I've heard actually other people who like take that principle to the extreme and they have entire closets that are just like two or three colors. Like I know someone who's like they have black, navy blue, and like gray, and that's it. Those are the only colors they ever buy.
I think that is a little bit harder to do being a female presenting person, but
That is a
also
female presenting person that does that.
oh, that's impressive. But I also history bound and I hand make my wardrobe with historical sewing techniques.
Oh,
So
okay, that's a bit different. Sure.
I have a small wardrobe.
Yeah,
It's kind of capsule esque. However, not in the way you're thinking.
sure. Oh, that's cool though.
It is really
Wait, so
fun.
like your whole wardrobe is all shit that you just make.
Not my pajamas or undergarments. I still get those. But like my petticoats,
But
my
everything else.
skirts, blouses, I do tend to buy because it's really easy to find historical leaning ones. Um, but I'm tall, quite tall, and
Sure.
my proportions are rather difficult to fit. So I cannot find things off the rack that fit me. Like pants, not an option.
Yeah.
Shirts, I have to size up and then either belt or tailor to myself. And after years and years of doing that, I said, screw it. I don't like these styles anyway. I'm wearing a bodice and a cartridge pleated skirt. Let's go.
Nice. I feel you on that. I wear size 15 shoes and I need a double extra wide. So it's it's a challenge to find footwear. However, I have not personally taken to cobbling my own together. So, more credit to you on that one.
I have actually made a couple pairs of shoes for the Renaissance Fair, so I can help. I have some really nice little slipper type ones that I used for a Faye weekend. And then I have another pair that I put some really thick leather soles on, and then a deer hide upper, some tan deer hide, and they are so comfortable. Deerhide stretches slightly, it's really nice.
Now you're making me want to get into cobbling, and I don't think that's something that I should do.
Why?
But there's a lot of demands on my time as it is.
Okay.
So I think that the cobbling detour would be a little bit more. I might have to not cast as many LCS games. We don't want that. Oh my good God, red borders! Jesus Christ!
What?
No, it's just I'm used to seeing those in normal games that I play at midnight before I get absolutely destroyed. That's And are you in? And are you at about 14 seconds?
23, 24, 25. Should I pause? Can I pause?
No. Keep going. Keep going. You're good. Just 30, tell me where you're at.
31. 32.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. I got it.
Okay, cool. All right. We just get the standard lineup, lines of scrimmage for level. Ooh, actually, Mel moves forward, but Cuddle just backs off there.
Cuddle Bear getting tagged up.
All right, let me put everybody where they belong.
This is so fun. I get to go through, and that was a Manifold band proc for Amon V.
I was looking for that. It was Manaflow. So proud.
Oh gosh, you love an early Manaflow proc. That is like, you might lose half your HP bar going for something like that in some instances, but if you get the Manaflow proc, I mean, it was worth it, right?
Absolutely. Like, I tell that to my team all the time. It's definitely worth it.
That's just true. That's just true. I will fight anyone who says that's not true. Okay.
Another Manaflow proc.
There you go.
Is Mel farming down here, right? They're not going to have like fasting Mel here.
Yes, it is. It is going to be farming Mel. It appears. And also we're going to have. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to reorder people so they don't. I don't know if you've reordered for stream.
It's right
nice.
On stream.
You're better than I. Okay, there we go. All is well with the world. Looks like both junglers are going to be pathing towards that top side early, unless either of them opt for a level 3 bot gank, but that is not typically in favor right now. So we're actually going to be looking towards this top lane matchup to see where the scale sort of gets tilted. Additionally, the Lee Sin's going to have a little bit of a slower first clear, but will have a more accelerated second clear. Because of the order in which that he is choosing to do those buffs, going from the red to the grubs immediately means that those two are going to spawn in synchronicity on the second respawn. So looking forward to that.
All right. There's not going to much happen early in this game, I don't think. This Lucky makes a liar out of me. All right, who's Lucky? Ooh.
Yeah. 9 taken pretty low here in the top lane. It looks... Well, I'm not sure how that matchup goes. I need to, I don't know, play top lane for a season, because I feel like top lane matchups are going to know. Cuddle Bear actually being taken quite low here by Amon V and Savior. Will be forced to back off.
Out of Mel hit.
Mm-hmm. We do actually see 21 looking for something there in the top side, choosing to skip their camps, so it's actually going to be incredibly slower. Meanwhile, Memer Sticks is going to get rooted up by the reflection barrier coming out here from Cuddle Bear, and that's going to be quite the trade. Summoner popped for the side of TRK Squeak Squad.
I am now starting to see why this Mel pick is so good into that lane, because being able to reflect all those abilities and with that stun advantage.
Ooh, hang on, we got a counter strike here. Is this going to be something? Nope. Okay.
Looks like 21 was just hanging out in case there was a gank.
Yeah, just, for fun, for giggles. You're going to see Memer Sticks hanging out in the bot lane, making sure they don't get too much for free, but not able to do too much themselves. True. Will help get the farm on the recrash here.
Do you know what we have?
What do we have?
We have Little Robot Man in the chat with
Oh,
everything being right with the world. Thank you so much. Lachance does, in fact, lick toes.
Lachance does lick toes. This is known.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that we have to deal with.
Closed-toed shoes at the workplace are a must.
Oh, you gotta wear closed-toed shoes.
Yes.
Gotta. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, it does seem pretty solidly here. The Gwen loses to the Jax Max pretty hard, and First Blood goes over to Loose Lucky. Nice little counter strike. That Sheen spike on Jax is massive. With that 15 CS deficit, definitely seems like the Jax gets the better of this matchup here in the early game. We'll be TPing back to go ahead and pick up that big old juicy wave. So hopefully not going to miss too much CS, but you're feeling great if you're Loose Lucky here.
Absolutely, that is a big wave to get under turret, and several minions were lost before they were able to TP back with the slow TP nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Although I kind of like it. I like seeing the little icons move across the map as a caster.
It is really fun to see the icons move across the map, but let me tell you, when you're like invading the jungle or something and somebody teleports from one side of the map to the other and you see him just fly over your head, you have a moment of ah!
I love the moment of gosh, that reflect is so potent. With that root. It is fun to watch. We are seeing the fruits of Lee Sin's labor here as this is going to be a little bit ahead of Vi in that CS and perhaps looking for a play in the bot lane. But we are going to see 21 going to reinforce that lead in the top lane. The needlework's going to be utilized, but I don't think it's going to matter. 9 Eva. Is that how we're going to pronounce that? Falls yet again. Loose Lucky with the assist from 21. And it looks like the pathing top here is working out great for TRK Squeak Squad.
Yeah, it looks really good. Oh, gosh, Filet-O-Fish is having a really good showing in this bot lane, though. Up over 10 CS here. 15 CS. Oh, goodness. Yeah, they're almost 20 CS in the lead, and they forced an untimely back out of Petal Bear again. Did he say untimely?
I think, yeah, untimely is a solid descriptor of what has occurred there.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, it's good. I like it. We are going to see Memer Stick's going to get rooted up just outside of turret range here, and that's going to be quite a bit of damage going down here. Amon V has the ultimate, and it takes it down. Memer Sticks going to be killed. So top lane moving towards the side of Squeak Squad, but bot lane definitely in the hands here of the Filet-O-Fish.
Absolutely. Cuddle Bear's just glad it wasn't them. Only just got back to lane and did pick up some more CS. Loose Lucky going in on top lane, though. Ooh.
Yeah, and we are going to see Q's going to land, going to go in. Nice little ward hop. Loose Lucky will be okay for now.
Beautiful. Oh. This top lane is going to be more than a wet noodle fight this game, I do believe.
Yeah, it's quite a stiff noodle fight, if I do say so myself.
Maybe another word for that.
We're going to see a dive here. Loose Lucky, Counter-Strike, is going to pick up the feats of warfare, but does fall. That wave crashing under turret is going to be a big equalizer here in the top lane, particularly on the experience side. So 9 Eva actually going to be very thrilled with that outcome.
Absolutely.
You might get flamed by your team, but now we're going to see lots of damage going on to Memer 6 yet again. Amon, tons of damage, but 21 is here. Has the Assault and Battery. Has to be very careful. Here comes the buy, just using the R off the rip. I love to see it, but Amon V able to flash out. There goes the killer instinct from the Kaisa. And Cuddle Bear does get the return kill. However, I do want to point out, if we look at the overall resources in this game, Filet-O-Fish, despite being down 2 kills, they are up gold and they are up objectives.
They are. They're doing really well on the economy side of things. I had a point.
Hey, this is an economy. Sorry.
Yeah. No, that was last night. Or 2 nights ago.
Mm-hmm.
Was it last night? No, it was 2 nights ago. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. This is fun.
I don't know.
Ooh, Savior trying to hold that wave for Amon and only just delays its crash, but luckily Amon shows up and to be able to catch that large wave in that bot lane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you love to see it. Okay. Well, I mean, big rooted, stunned up.
Ooh.
Ultimate available. Is it going to be utilized? Cuddlebear gets taken down.
Nice job. What I
Wow.
was going to say is that Jax managed to solo get pizza strength for his team, and it was very impressive.
Yes. Agreed. And it's you know, a happy little day when you can do that. You feel really strong when you. It's the same feeling as a jungler when I like, oh, Memer Sticks getting chased down here is all going to be reflected, forced to utilize the ultimate, but is going to be incredibly low, gets taken out, but Amon V now going to be in a little bit of trouble. Cuddlebear looking to clean this one up on the back end, and now you have a fish versus a I don't know, killer mercenary. What is Kaisa in the lore?
Void Assassin?
Yeah.
She's tainted by the Void, I know that, but she uses
I know she's tainted, but she's kind of like anti-Void. Yeah, now we're going to see a dive in the mid lane. Jake Star going to be the target here of the Moonline. Savior going to be backing him up. However, 21 on the side. Trying to decide if they should go into the jungle. I don't think they should. Is going to be 3 people. There goes the Nami wave. Q's be canceled. That's going to be a lot of damage. Nicely chained from the side of Filet-O-Fish.
Beautiful job.
And this is gorgeous league to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thrilled by this. Now we're going to see Memer Sticks getting caught out here by Len. That Lee Sin has that cripple, and now it's just autos to the death. Memer Sticks trying to live, trying to find it, but not quite able to. Len going to be able to pick that one up, and now from an even game state, we see an increasing gold lead here for the side of Filet-O-Fish.
And in fact, opposite sides of the map have proxying of the waves on opposite sides. You can really see where the strength of each team lies. And if we look at the gold, there is 1,000 gold lead on Jackson top. Oh, but we haven't engaged in bot lane.
Oh, yeah, Mon V going to be in a bunch of trouble here. Cuddle V and 21 taking it down. Savior not going to be able to be the savior for their AP carry this time, and it does look like that will open up the dragon here.
Yes, so red team and TRK do start up that Drake. So Oriana being a little bit cut off to be able to join with her team here. Jakester able to make it over. 21, however, engaging.
Len looking a little bit too aggressively here. Memer Sticks is going to find them up, and Moonline not going to want any of that smoke. Len just eyes a little bit too big for your stomach there, bud.
Yeah, tried to get in there for maybe a cheeky steal, but TRK knew that
hey, listen, I'd do it.
Was not in the books for them, and decided to go ahead and eliminate the possibility of that.
Yeah, did use resources to do it there. So now we're going to see 9Eva going forward, has that needlework, and this is that scaling on the Gwen. Snip, takes him down. 9Eva getting revenge onto Loose Lucky here in the top lane. As we are evened out a little bit here. We are 1 Drake to 1 Drake. Feats have not been claimed just yet, so that is going to be a point of consideration. At about a 1.5k gold lead here.
So Jax is still up on that Gwen top lane. Ooh, the Nami ult comes out.
Ooh, Memer Sticks might be in a little bit of trouble. A nice bubble. Cuddlebear going long, but here comes 21. Savior not quite going to be landed. Assault and Battery going to be available soon, but not now. Savior gets stunned up. However, the counterplay coming through from Amon V takes down Memer Sticks. Now 9Eva going to be trying to find some damage in the middle of everyone, but will be taken down. That's going to be 2 for 1 in favor of TRK. Now, I maybe spoke too soon. Jakester maybe getting caught out here as the mid lane turret's going to be falling. That's going to be a lot of damage, and the ultimate does not do enough. That's 2 for 2 in the extended play, plus a mid turret. Now, maybe though, Len might be on the escape. 21 Assault and Battery is going to be available.
Slippery champion.
Yeah. Hiding up top. He's going to probably be spotted out here by Loose Lucky in a second. Counter-Strike going to be used. Len not quite able to jump to Moonline. Able to get there now. Nami coming. Vi too far in the back. It looks like that extended play is going to go ahead and end.
Okay. Nice speak. We're good?
We're good.
All right. So with that first turret actually went down in that mid lane. So neither team, I believe, has gotten feats yet. We haven't had enough monsters down. But they are one-on-one on those feat categories. So whoever gets the monsters here will end up getting those feats and that upgrade on the move speed for the boots. There is a very significant CS lead in the mid lane for Jace over the Orianna. And we have a Vial and a Pop Blossom.
Yeah, huge Pop Blossom here coming out in the mid lane, but no one going to be dead just yet, I say, as Memersticks gets absolutely demolished. That's going to be a nice pick out on the side. Oh, we are going to see Shockwave going to be used down here as well. Jakester perhaps looking to take down Moonline, not going to land that command move. Yeah, it looked like TRK were going for something, but they kind of got out. I don't know. It was just they bashed heads and then Memersticks died. I mean, that's what happened.
Yep. Filet-O-Fish had a really good response to what they were planning. Jace has almost a 2k gold lead over Orianna, which is huge. Most of that's from CS. He's farming up an absolute storm at about 11 CS per minute here, which is a lot. Jax is still up on the Gwen by about a K. Junglers are fairly even with a bit more CS. The Lee Sin is ahead, and AD versus AP carry is also very even. Nami has a significant amount more gold than the Nico does. We do believe that's just for the extra kill and assist.
Yeah, he was pretty even overall, and we have actually seen this Gwen solo kill the Jax despite the differential there. Now we're going to see Memersticks going for a pick onto Amon V. That's going to be a nice reflection. 21 going forward, but Assault and Battery not going to be available here. Now we're going to see Jakey and Moonline once again duking out, but we are seeing TP coming out through the Jax here. Moonline going to be forced to run away, flash forward, looking for it. There goes the command Shockwave. Clockwork Windup doing some damage, and now Moonline finds themselves alone in the midst of the enemy team. Jakester taken low, but not taken out now. Memersticks perhaps looking in the middle of the enemy team. We are going to see Assault and Battery lose, trying to save that support, but now Counter-Strike. Len has to be careful. Dragon's Rage going to be used to kick away, but Len will be taken down by Cuddle Bear. Mon V now going to be next in trouble. A nice Q from the Vi is going to CC them up. Reflect used, but it's not going to reflect much, and now we're going to be seeing TP coming out from Jakester as Savior is the last remaining member around this Drake fight, and TRK Squeak Squad get it all.
They absolutely do. Filet-O-Fish are definitely running a comp that they don't want the enemy team on top of them, and TRK just kept coming. They couldn't keep the spacing needed to keep themselves safe, and TRK were able to not only win a team fight, but pick up this Drake uncontested as well, even though they are doing so on Vision because of that lovely pink ward in the bush in the Ocean Drake pit.
Jakes are gonna look at turret damage. Not too much. But yeah, and that's gonna mean that Feats is Feats was claimed, wasn't it?
What? Is Feats claimed?
Was it? Yes. Yes, because they got Herald.
Yes.
Filet-O-Fish got Herald.
Yes, they did. Okay.
So they would have gotten
You
Feats.
see the upgraded booties on every single member except for Nami, who has done the tier 3 boots. Fully tier 3 boots. Which is why I was looking for the little emblem and didn't see it at first. But that is going to be a fast fish in
There you go. Very fast fish, very fast fish, very fast spellcasting fish.
Yes.
So we are going to see pretty much a solidly even gold game here going into mid to late game. I am curious of your take. Who do you think really scales better here? Because I think traditionally when I think of mage bot lanes, I don't feel like they scale quite as well
Mel
with
may be the exception, though. She does scale very well with items, and she is able to keep pumping out quite a bit of damage. Just going pew, 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 with her Q. See? Pew, 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 pew.
Ooh, Vi gonna be looking to go in. Here comes the Assault and Battery, and now it's a huge Pop Blossom coming out from Memer Sticks. There goes the Command Shockwave on the back end. TP now going to be utilized, but it's not looking all roses for the side of TRK. Cuddle Bear going to be incredibly low, now going to be taken down. 9 coming in with the Nilo work. Loose Lucky looking to perhaps go back in with the Counter-Strike, but the sides of TRK got incredibly low from that plate. Maybe a little bit of an overforce. So Monty walking forward, but that turret is still going to be alive for now. Does get taken out, so they are going to be okay, but that is going to be 2-4-1 in the favor of Filet-O-Fish.
That started out looking so good, with Memer Sticks hitting, what, 3 or 4 people with that Pop Blossom. It was enormous. Unfortunately, Filet-O-Fish was just able to sort of push him back and prevent the rest of the team from getting there in time, and burst him down enough in order to force them off the turret. And
yeah, and that will grant Filet-O-Fish.
Look at all those.
Now let me take a look.
More experience.
31 petals.
Yeah. Which is how much?
Versus 14 petals. So that is going to be. Let me see here. 27.1 adaptive force and 775 experience.
So that's what, like 900 gold worth of resources for the entire rest of the game?
Mm-hmm.
Going up?
Plus, don't forget, Alcham does have an active effect when people die, you get a slowing ring that comes out from corpses. Is Loose Lucky just going to take that turret in the face of 9 or we're going to see a nice little top lane fight, perhaps? Again, members collapsing, colliding. Yes. Yes, more petal, more stats, more fun. Next objective we are going to see here, though, is going to be that dragon in a minute 40.
Moonline on Chase is still farming remarkably, keeping up at that 10 CS level. Even though we're 22 minutes pretty much into the game at this point.
Yep. I don't know if anyone's seen Just CS Don't Die. Jakestar might be in a little bit of trouble. We're also going to see perhaps a little scuffle in the mid lane. Now Moonline going to just bash the Vi away. Going to use the Assault and Battery. Now Len going in. Moonline flashed over the wall. Namiel can be utilized. Memer Sticks does catch out the fish, but no one else. Takes a lot of damage from that Shock Blast.
Yeah.
That Jace not only is farming well, but is doing damage with it. Holy cow.
Yes. Yes, they are.
And we are going to see... I think one thing that Filet-O-Fish have done an excellent job this game is they're converting their map pressure into objectives. So be that in like neutral objectives or be that towers. They're doing an excellent job laying siege to these towers here. And it's one of the reasons that they have a pretty significant gold lead. We're seeing 6 towers on one side, 2 towers on the other.
Yes. Which has allowed Jace to have an over 2k gold lead on this Oriana here. And, yeah. Cuddle Bear's half health, 21's half health, just getting hit by one ability. Oh,
Shockwave gonna miss.
That is tragic. Had to try something.
That is rough, and they're just gonna take down that inhibitor turret.
Looks like they are not quite staying for the inhibitor itself yet. It looks like they're going to try to protect this Drake and potentially headbot to, Loose Lucky decided to take me out as the greater part of Alpha. And goes ahead and use the Cat Summoner spell in order to keep themselves saves and reconvene with their team in the base. Only a minute 10 left on this Baron, so I imagine both teams will probably be heading to that top side of the map in order to get vision set up. So likely our next fight will be happening in about a minute's time and could actually be the determiner of this game. Usually teams at this level, once they get a Baron, the game is over within a minute, usually. Particularly...
Yeah, Barons...
Yeah, if Filet-O-Fish managed to get that Baron with the inhib already down in the mid lane, they don't have any turrets out of their base left. So there's not much that stands between them and the enemy nexus. So with a Baron push, they can easily get it. So let's see. 22
Yeah,
seconds.
absolutely.
I imagine we'll see a last couple of backs coming out of Filet-O-Fish here, and then everybody will start to move on. Or
Yeah.
they've already
On the
done
other
backs
hand,
and I wasn't paying attention. Also, very
there's a
good
lot of
situation.
wombo combo
Yes.
potential here from TRK. So we could see if they choose to flip the Baron as opposed to finding a favorable situation after a fight. We could see a situation where TRK take that Baron and use it to get some much needed tower damage down on the map. As they are just going to go ahead and start this up.
So
They're not going to let this go without a fight.
Jakester is on the backside with that Orianna Q available.
Yeah. That's a lot of damage coming out from these Kaisa Ws. 8k left on the Baron. They're going to be forced off. Cuddlebear takes a big chunk there, though. This is this poke composition that is coming out that you were pointing out, and now Memersticks is going to be found with the Mel ultimate, and now it is going to be a 4v5. Likely going to just look to turn back onto this Baron and restart it, and it seems like TRK might just give it.
Yeah, TRK being able to get the objective first and threatening with the start.
Jakester looking.
Forcing TRK in order to walk into them through all their poke to pick out Memersticks, which is a huge part of their wombo combo. Goes ahead and secures the Baron. Big deal. Big purple one.
Yeah. And now we see Loose Lucky again just taking that mid turret in front of 9eva's face, saying, what are you going to do about it? Not too much. So a little bit of a silver lining on that play there for the side of TRK.
They did take down the mid outer turrets. So all the outer turrets are now down. They have opened up the map quite a bit for themselves. And I don't believe Baron buff will still be active for when the next Drake spawns, which will be Soul Point, as they are even on 2 and 2 Drakes this time. So I don't know if the teams are really going to prioritize it. It'll probably just be more of a, hey, if we have time, we can go ahead and take it. Though I imagine Filet-O-Fish will likely try to end with this Baron, if they can.
But we're going to see a big fight here. Memersticks is going to be able to get 3 in the Pop Blossom. Mamon going to reflect, and Memersticks will die. But now here comes the Jax. Lots of damage coming down from the Mel ultimate, but will it matter? Cuddlebear dead. So is Memersticks. Loose Lucky going to go golden in the middle of the team, trying to find something on the back end. Is going to be able to find one, but gets taken out. A triple kill here for Amon V as Jakester is left alone. Does get tagged up by the Needlework. Flashes away to safety. Might be able to hold the base, but there's 4 strong members of Filet-O-Fish knocking on your door with a Baron buff.
Yeah, they want a team fight. They have the Baron buff. Jakester.
Oh, Root is going to be found. Len going in, looking for the ultimate. Not quite able to find it. Does take a lot of turret damage and will fall. 9eva looking to do damage to the back end, but that has opened up these towers once more. Memersticks going to be the only one alive. 9eva doing so much to these turrets right now. This is going to be on a knife's edge. They're going to look to maybe take the fight here instead of trying to finish it off. Cuddlebear goes in with the killer instinct. 9eva going forward, but 9eva gets taken out by 21. The huge ultimate execute damage coming out there from Amon V, as they are going to leave the Nexus up. But TP flank coming out from Loose Lucky. They are going to say, we might be able to turn the tables on you. It's going to get stunned up as the damage comes through. 21 going to be able to pick up that 1,000 gold shutdown there from Amon V. As Loose Lucky, not going to be done, but Moonline waiting.
I honestly don't know who wins the 1v1 in Jax versus Jace right here. So,
yeah, we're going to see TP coming out here from Moonline, looking to go end the game. However, Jakester is going to be there. Level 15 versus 16, though. Just going to go ahead and hit the Nexus. Sombrero ultimate can be used, but Jakester is going to be incredibly low. However, here comes the rest of the team, and Jakester goes golden. So that is going to be Moonline dead for 50 seconds.
Death timer.
Mm-hmm.
It did get them off the Drake, though, so Lee Sin is able to move in and go ahead and get that picked up. So that will be 3 Drakes onto the sign of Filet-O-Fish, unless TRK says
21's going to be
otherwise.
here. Yeah, 6k left on the Drake. That ain't nothing to sniff at. Now we're going to see Nineva potentially going to be in a little bit of trouble here. Nice new see the new work, and it's going to go golden. My goodness, there's so much stasis in this game. However, now we are going to see it's a 4v4 TP coming in from Jakester to make it a 5 versus 4 here. Not quite going to land from Amon, but lots of damage going through. Red team manages to pick it up, but 21 falls for their efforts. Nineva going to be going forward and is immune. Memersticks now has to be so careful. We've seen them get popped before, but they want to do the damage. They managed to find a route, but it's not going to lend itself too much. However, Loose goes in looking for a massive counter-strike and goes golden on the back end as everyone finds their ways away, is able to jump to safety on top of Cuddle there, and the ultimate not being available for Amon V means that the Drake goes to TRK, but the overall fight victory, I would say, goes over to Filet-O-Fish.
Amon had a massive Mel stun in order to make that go.
Ooh, Cuddle Bear backing in a little bit of a greedy position, gets taken out.
And that is a 45-second cooldown left on that Kaisa with your Nexus there, bare and exposed.
Bare and exposed, as are your inhibitors.
Inhibitor in bot lane.
Yeah, they don't want to let it go that easily, though. But we've seen some bad things happen when you choose to engage into this team, so I think the inhibitor will go ahead and fall. Mon V able to pick that one up.
They have
And yeah, this is hard.
so much range. They're really able to draw a line of scrimmage and sort of push TRK off to allow them to step up and take these objectives.
Yeah, they also have a number of tools that are like, when you come into us, we have like temporary things like Gwen Shroud, like the Reflect that say like, okay, we're not going to take damage for just a little bit, like Stasis. That means they're able to like redraw the lines of scrimmage as any kind of fight goes on. And it's really let them control these all-ins from the side of TRK very effectively.
It's definitely a high-level play. It's really a style of play I have tried to play myself with my own team. It has not worked.
Ooh, we're going to see Jax coming in. That's going to be a stun. The Reflect is now going to be utilized, going golden. Meet 21 getting taken out immediately. Memersticks is going to be able to catch one on the back end. Len getting taken out. Loose Lucky still going to be alive. And Cuddle Bear able to find damage on the back end. Killer Instinct now going to be going in, looking for the damage. Is going to be able to find Moonline. Now Amon V versus Cuddle Bear. That's going to be the bot lane matchup. Reflect goes back up. Loose Lucky looking for the engage. Cuddle Bear going golden, but now we're going to see Loose Lucky having to go on the Gwen. Is going to be taken down. Memersticks going to be taken down. Jake Star going to be yet again the only one left alive for the side of TRK. That was on a nice edge.
I feel like we've seen this moment before. Just Jake Star left alive to defend their entire base versus the Filet-O-Fish.
But 15 seconds.
Although Memersticks is not
Jakester flashing over there.
very soon. Okay.
Nineva. Snip takes it down 3 seconds on 21, but the inhibitor respawns, but it's not going to be enough. Nineva does way too much structure damage, and that is going to be game one going over to the Filet-O-Fish.
That was such a good game. I really loved how each team tried playing around their win cons and how dynamic the team fights were with how they ended up. It was fantastic to see. Gosh, I'm going to let everybody look at the recap.
No one bet for Filet-O-Fish.
Mel damage.
No one.
42,000 damage.
Yeah, it's...
So about Mel's
pretty high
damage, I think she's good. I think she functions pretty well as an ADC.
I think she scales fine. It helps to have all those kills.
I see that you say we need to check the audio levels, but I would love for you to tell us in what way they need to change. Because I don't know.
You are too quiet.
I'm too quiet. Okay.
Yes, I have been reading chat, and that is the consensus, but I was going to wait till we were between games. And that time is now.
All right. Is that better? Or do I just need to turn you down? That could work. Now we're pretty even. Is this better, people? Oh, that was
It sounds better to me
when I pull up the stream. So
Excellent.
Squasity, let us know. Did that fix it? I think it did.
Yeah, I wasn't going to try
I
and
love that
pronounce
we
that
get to
one.
go to draft 2.
Slightly quiet still. Oh,
It's okay. LaChance calls me Papa Boa.
okay. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm
So,
just going to turn Papa down, and you're going to have to turn the whole stream
turn me
up.
down.
Yep, that's what's going to have to happen so that my mic doesn't keep peeking out. So I'm very sorry about that. Still figuring stuff out. Yep. And every single person I stream with has
so
different volumes their voice comes through it. So it's lovely. It's really lovely to get to balance that each and every time.
Yeah. Usually it works. Oh, like you find a level that, ends up working for, most folks, I find, but there are some folks who are just quieter. I mean, it just happens.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, excited here for this game too. Tell me, if you are TRK here, obviously that last game didn't quite go your way. What are we switching up?
Well, I think things are going to be different just because we're fearless. Like, there is no option to have a Mel bot lane anymore. I thought it was really interesting that they first picked their top laner and it went very well, because that is a scary thing to do.
I think it's because you have the threat of the flex.
Mm-hmm.
And now we won't know because it's fearless if that flex was truly a flex or if it's a case of, we're pretending this is a flex, but really it's always going to go top lane. I think given the level of these players, it's likely truly a flex. We're probably seeing, just really solid drafting coming out here from Filet-O-Fish, where they're saying, look, we have this flexibility. We can play the Gwen jungle. We can play the Gwen bot.
Right.
Or not bot. Top.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Sorry.
Gwen support, definitely the new meta. She definitely won't steal kills.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Actually, Mel could be an interesting pairing with a Gwen because Mel does have the execute. Huh. That could be fun. How would you like to face a Mel Gwen or Mel Gwen bot lane?
A Mel Gwen bot lane? Well, I wouldn't, but that's because I don't play bot lane. If I'm thinking about like being a jungler, that sounds like, to me, that sounds like sustain wise, it would be tough for that lane to exist. Like, okay. I think that lane would get beat pretty heavily by poke, is my instinct.
All right. So it would be matchup dependent.
That's what I think. But yeah, love Fearless. So we're going to get a completely different look here in Draft 2. There's no Vi, there's no Gwen, there's no Jax, there's no Kai'Sa, there's no Mel. However, a lot of bans used against Memer Sticks in Game 1. So I'll have to see if those bans continue, or, if Memer Sticks is able to get something a little bit higher up in their champ pool.
That could be very good for them.
None of those champions off the table, since of course they were banned. But yeah, very, very excited.
And they may be sporadically immune, Jareth, but
they're not consistently immune.
Correct, but damage tends to come more sporadically, so it just has to be at the correct second.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Braum Shield isn't up all the time, but when it's up for the MF ult, it matters a lot.
It's very true. Very true.
I would like to see a little bit more, or a bit more priority on Memer Sticks' pick so that they have more opportunity to set up Cuddle Bear. I felt like Cuddle Bear wasn't able to do terribly much because Memer Sticks just got popped
Yeah, I
in
think
team
that's where
fights.
like banning all those beefy engage picks was a really good.
Play because
Mm-hmm.
you saw Memer Sticks being forced to engage with a little bit of a squishier option, and they did end up dying a fair amount because they were kind of the go button. So it's a sacrifice sometimes you have to make. But yeah, kind of hoping that Memer Sticks gets something perhaps a little bit healthier here on the second game. Or I mean, the
Yeah.
compositions are going to be completely different, so who knows? But if we were to see similar compositions,
Would want to see something a little bit healthier.
Yeah. We have started things. Draft has started. I don't know why it's not showing up on stream right now. Oh, it is showing up on stream. No, it's not. Nope. It says
You
draft
may
not
have
found.
to. So what happens is when you
I
go
have
from the first
put
to
it
the
in.
second, it like
I
cool.
have hit next draft and I have copy pasted the new thing into the URL.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, it's loading now.
I
Okay.
wish.
Third time's a charm. You just had to say it aloud for it to actually work.
Yeah,
Clearly.
it's totally. Yeah, yeah. We are going to see these same bands from game
Yep.
one. Exact same bands.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing going to be changed there. Still no scaling allowed. Interestingly, TRK have chosen to be on the red side again,
which I
so
so appreciate. Huh, it says draft not found again. It was up there. I did not touch it, and then it just went bleh.
I see it on my. Oh nope, it did go blep. Interesting. Well, let me give the listeners an audio play-by-play while you mess with that. Xin Zhao has been first pick for the side of Filet-O-Fish, with, as we mentioned, the same bands from last time. So that's going to be the Nautilus band, Imbessa band, and Fizz band from Filet-O-Fish into the Smolder, Vigar, and TF band from the Squeak squad. Looks like it is going to be Jungler v. Jungler first, Xin Zhao versus Wukong. Both champions close to my heart, so I'm very excited for this. I will be analyzing Wukong's probably ability usage quite a bit, and then Xin Zhao, I have some build thoughts that if they don't go, I'm going to be a little unhappy. Karma, going to be the pickup then for TRK Squeak Squad, is going to be one of Memer Sticks' more played champions. It's going to be their third most played, so getting a little bit of comfort there early on in the pick order, even if it's not perhaps a favorable matchup. Milio going to be the counter coming out there from Filet-O-Fish with Lucian. Lucian Milio, strong combination. Get Lionel Messi paired up with the man with the dueling guns, and we are in business. Getting that range extension obviously is going to be very nice. Top laners being hovered now for the side of TRK Squeak Squad, which is interesting because normally I feel like R5 you save for the top lane, but it looks like Olaf is being hovered, as were a couple of tanks. Swap to Scion, so we're going to see some Baus FFS action here coming out from the Squeakers. I am seeing draft again on the stream, and it died again. Apologize.
Yeah, it keeps like trying, and then just not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do.
So are you using the same draft link or the new draft link?
I have actually
tried
reloading the page and copying and pasting that draft link. I have reopened it from their chat, what they linked to me. I can see it in my browser just fine.
Yeah. Try copy and pasting it directly from your browser.
I have done that from both windows where it's working.
The URL does slightly change. Okay. Well.
Yep. Copy.
I will just keep giving the audio play-by-play. And we can figure that out later.
It's worked every other time I've done it.
Are going to be. Yeah, same.
Zeri going to be the first fan there from Filet-O-Fish, responded to by the Fiora and the Ornn. Going to be taken out, so Sion not wanting the Ornn matchup. Ezreal going to be the other ban, targeting the 80 carry. Karma Ezreal, good combination for the Squeak squad. It's interesting to see what they are able to pull out here. It is going to be Caitlyn Karma will be the combination here. Now, TRK Squeak Squad just have the one pick left, but we're going to see what rounds out the blue side comp. Blue side comp is going to be rounded out by... Looks like it's going to be Yone. That's what's being hovered. Hover on the Yone, and it is locked in. So Yone going to be the mid or perhaps top pickup here. Not sure how Yone does into Sion. If you have some insight on that, chat, do let me know. Last pick from the Filet-O-Fish now going to be on the table. Okay. And Azir is going to be the hover with 4 seconds left, so I'm expecting that will go ahead and be locked in. No, it is going to be Rise. So I do actually expect that is going to be a Yone top opted into the Sion. And we're going to see what the mid lane response here from the Squeak squad is. What do you want to give to Jakester to round this up? Or are you going to make them play Sion mid and pick a top later?
Oh, Syndra. Ooh. I really like that with the Yone on the team to be able to knock him back. Or the Zenzao. Seems like it would be really good.
So that is what Syndra is going to pick up here. So Wukong actually going to be the main team fight threat here for the side of the Squeak squad. Lots of individual damage coming out from the Caitlyn and the Syndra. So will be exciting to see how this happens. Now I'm going to say this right now. If Xin Zhao doesn't go Titanic Hydra first item, I think he's making a misplay.
Okay.
I'm just going to say that right now, and I'm going to be watching for it.
By the way, I find it very interesting that they've kind of swapped play styles. And that TRK has much more of the stand at range and poke. And Filet-O-Fish is more like the nope, 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 now we go in.
Yeah, they said, actually, you had a point with that. We'll take it. Trade? Good. So, yeah, will be interesting to see how these teams pilot these other styles of composition. Nice. I see you've got the clients coming up in draft mode so that we can see the draft here.
I just gave up with nothing for right now. There's only so times.
I love it. I love it. This is very Boggle of you.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Nice.
I'm glad there's a precedent. I have no idea why the drafting link did not work, because it worked for game 1. It worked the last several times I've streamed. It was like, wait, I need to change. Oh, that'll be when we're in game. It's fine. I am very grateful for the teams deciding not to switch sides, though. That does make me quite happy.
Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice as a streamer. Honestly.
I know.
This should not influence your decision-making at all, but if you are getting streamed and you choose not to change sides, I do love you a little bit more. You know? It's like you're not supposed to have favorite children, but you do, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, at least for certain aspects and certain things. Like, I tell my husband all the time he's my favorite husband.
Classic.
My favorite husband I've ever had.
Oh, I thought you meant, like, globally.
Yeah. Well, no, just me. My opinion is what counts, though, in our relationship. I assure you.
That's very fair. And
He's also my least
because of
favorite
the
husband.
lineup bug, yeah, I see. Wukong mid and Syndra jungle and Caitlyn top, and I'm just choosing to say that to cause as much chaos as I possibly can.
Perfect. How will that
It's
Caitlyn and Rise matchup go? I mean, it'll be really interesting. I think Caitlyn's range will actually be very beneficial to her in that matchup. Though if Rise ever catches up to the Caitlyn, she'll really need to be on point with that net to get herself out of damage range from that Rise.
Yeah, one rune prism will be tough, and it'll be interesting to watch Yone Emilio into the Scion Karma bot lane.
Yeah, I mean, Melia farming could be really hard. Definitely need to stack that AP early for like the 125% AP ratio on his Q. And then Yone support, it'll be quite interesting to see what Yone does with the supports economy coming in.
Yeah.
Here we are in our very, very serious.
Filet-O-Fish versus TRK Squeak Squad. I do like the naming convention of TRK Squeak Squad. That's pretty solid.
With all the TRK tags, yeah.
Oh, hi, Cat.
It's very good.
How you doing, bud? Hi, buddy.
Alrighty. No, we are going to be getting into that spectator delay. I am hoping that TRK can. Well, for me personally, I'm hoping that TRK can come back and deliver us a 1-1 series, take us to game 3. However, I do have to say the gameplay, like I would say drafting wise, composition wise, game 1 felt very even.
Yes.
Like it was very even for a lot of the game. There was a lot of back and forth, and it did feel like Filet-O-Fish did just kind of find those edges in the team fights. They found just slight advantages that let them push through.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see. So yeah. But sorry, brain dying. Wukong, I'm gonna be looking out for.
Hachimitsu Lol has a great comment on Moonlight that they're fantastic at the game. They just need to work on communication, laning, map awareness, Azir, Ryze, TF, Jace, and Orianna. Then they're good. And I don't think you can get LP for kicking puppies. Though I have not tried it.
Apparently you can. I don't want to try it.
Yeah. Wait, truthfully, Jay, how do you know this? This is the bigger question. Why does Truthfully Jay know that kicking puppies gets you LP?
They might have some first-hand knowledge.
Either that or they've witnessed it?
I'm not sure.
But if they've witnessed it, then they're complacent.
Are you complacent in kicking puppies?
I'm not. I am definitely not. I am actually very well known for throwing fists before thinking when people go after small innocent things.
There you go.
Yeah. Complicit.
I agree. Yeah. Don't kick puppies in the face and body.
Where are you allowed to kick them then?
Nowhere.
Yeah, but if you specify where you're not able to, somebody will come up with a place you can. Because there's the tail, there's the head that you did not mention.
Well, I said face.
Okay. What about the skull?
Face and body.
Ugh.
I would argue connected to face.
Tail, legs.
Part of the body. I'm more looking for if anyone gets that particular reference. I love it. But it's also fine if you don't. I just, if you do, nice. All right, I am in game. What time are you at?
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, we have a level
Great.
1
We're
play coming out
perfectly
here.
aligned.
With
It does.
TRK racing down bot lane all together as 5.
Yeah, looking to get that bot priority, as are Amon V and Savior, but I don't know if they're going to realize that they're going to be spotted by 5 here. Cuddle Bear going to walk into that bush and going to be seen. Looks like they're alone, but they are not. Flash away going to be utilized from the AD carry on the side of Filet-O-Fish, but he's going to be also flashed there from Loose Lucky. Ultimately, will be a net positive for the side of TRK. I'm lighting people up. I'm lighting people up.
Is this
Alright.
zoomed out too far, people?
Yeah, so that is going to make laning
It's fine.
in the bot lane a lot nicer there for Cuddle Bear and Memer Sticks early on. Gives them a lot of pressure. Additionally, I do expect 21 to be pathing towards the bot side. However, Wukong, not a big champion prior to level 6.
Correct.
That level 6 is really going to be where he shines. So I will be looking to see what happens on that 6 timer. You can do things early. It is possible.
Absolutely,
but
also
no
Caitlyn
CC
Karma
available
are a
into
fairly self-sufficient
that
bot lane. So they will probably have push pressure, they have range advantage, looking to just chip down Filet-O-Fish's bot lane. So I don't think there would be a play on bot side
Absolutely.
anyway, because Caitlyn's Karma is going to push. And they get level 2
Yeah,
first.
and they're going to
as
get
well.
the level 2 first here. Going to walk forward. Yep. And I think they're going to crash a lot of waves into this bot tower. Going to see how good Amon V is going to be at farming underneath that tower. I expect the answer is quite good, but we'll see. As it does look like we are going to see Len moving up towards this top side again. Sion, great champion to gank. I love ganking a Sion because they love walking up, and a lot of Sions do not care if they die. They just say good death or whatever. So if I'm a jungler, yeah, sure, maybe it's a good death for the top laner, but I still get gold if I kill you.
Absolutely.
So good death for you, good death for me. Alliance between junglers and enemy top laners. It happens more often than you think.
That is a 3-minute back out of both top laners there. That's early for a first back for top, right? Am I losing my mind?
I believe it is pretty early. Both of them are going to immediately TP back as well.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, even so far, we're going to see another couple minions coming into this turret here. But
Yeah.
Amon V going to be able to... Oh, did they lose cannon there, actually?
I could not tell. I'll be honest, I'm usually not paying attention to last hitting of minions.
Fair enough. Me neither.
Oh, good. They make an excellent pair. I look at the numbers, and if my ADC doesn't have them, I'll be sad. Does that count?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Jungle is perfectly even. Mid lane, we see Rise a little bit ahead of Syndra in the CS department. Caitlyn has the expected slight lead over this Lucian, but Memer Sticks gets a root.
Taking a lot of damage. Ooh, Memer Sticks really, really low here, and we're going to see a sneaky little move here from Len. I think it's spotted out by that minion, though.
Mm-hmm. And if not, they definitely got spotted walking away from it on the tri-bush ward there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, things are
It's gonna be
early.
healing up
Things
quite
are even.
nicely.
Headshot onto Savior's. What's that champion? Melio. Goodness, my word finding abilities are not there today.
Little Fire Boy. Now, one thing I do want to point out, flashes are going to be coming back up here for those who used it level 1.
Mm-hmm.
So Amon V and Savior not really significantly punished for utilizing those summoners early. Summoners? Yeah, summoners.
Summoners.
Ooh,
Although
Loose
neither
Lucky
has
doing quite a
Loose
bit of
Lucky
damage
here in
here.
this top lane. He's about to
Yep.
get his flash up as well.
Nineva doing Yone things. But Loose Lucky just saying,
Yeah.
big boy.
I'm
I
a
can take it.
Scion. Rawr.
Jeez.
What? How many of his voice lines
No,
are
it's
just
just-
roars of different ways? Different varieties.
That's fair. It's just the way you said "rar" made me pictured like a chibi Scion, you know, like
Is there a chibi
big normal
Scion for TFT?
animated, all aggressive, and then like
Roar!
I don't know, there might be. Yeah, that's what my brain saw. As, ooh, we might be seeing the level 4 swap here. This is going to be the new, I think, earliest time that you can do that swap without getting penalized for it.
Mhm.
But Karma, Caitlyn, going to be going up here to this top lane, going to be looking to get that turret damage, maybe even take down the first turret, as there's only... are there full plates? Am I just reading that? Yeah, I'm reading that wrong. There are full plates going to be left here. But Loose Lucky will, of course, then have to lane into Lucian Melio, as we are going to see 21 going in here in this mid lane, getting in a little bit of damage, but level 6 not quite going to be available.
Although Moonline
So don't know
is
what
half
Zinjao's
health
building
and
it, but-
low on mana, so they will be a ripe
Yeah.
target for a regank whenever 21 hits that ult.
Mm-hmm. Len, though, getting a 3 first dragon here. Infernal Drake, or no, Mountain Drake, gonna be the... That was Chemtech?
That was
Huh?
Chemtech Drake.
I was
Good
looking at the
job.
bottom right. Okay. Yay! Chemtech Drake goes in the swear hole. But yeah, we'll be able to pick that one up for free. Jakester looking for the kill, doesn't quite find it there. But yeah, Cuddle Bear and Memer Sticks going to be picking up some gold here on the top side. All Nineva can do is sort of hide. Maybe look for the all-in, but nice 90 caliber net. Going to be coming out there from Cuddle Bear. As Loose Lucky, you know, going to be in a similar situation here in the bot lane. Mon V out of mana, though.
The higher range and poke out of Cuddle and Memer Sticks is expanding a CS lead for Scion over this Yone, though. So
Yes,
the lane swap is definitely having an advantageous effect for TRK here. Void Grubs have spawned. Let's see if they do anything about that.
And Scion doing a good job farming under turret here. Nineva going to use the ultimate, but not quite going to find anyone in it. That's going to be rough. 21 has the Cyclone. Just going to have to see how they go ahead and use it. One thing I want you all to look out with Wukong. That a classic poke Caitlyn, as one of the grubs actually gets snapped away. Len and 21 going to get rooted up, going to be forced to utilize that W to get away, which is a really, really massive like skirmish loss. Wukong W has a very high cooldown and is also extremely good. Ooh, Force Flash away from Meter Sticks as well. Len and Moonline, 2-man controlling this Dragon Pit. Beautiful usage of that Zinjao ultimate. Yeah, that W, it lets you have 2 Cyclones spinning. It only does 35% as much damage as the main Wukong, but it's a very significant damage buff if you can have both your clone spinning and you spinning. So being forced to use it in a skirmish like that basically means I can't go in and do my full combo. I need to disengage. So really great play there from Len and Moonline.
Not even just the damage it adds, but the increased crowd control it offers is also really disruptive in a big team fight. Twice the area it covers is big. By the way, ever since you mentioned a Chibi Scion, his ult coming out and just like hearing it activate and the roar go across the map, and I've been picturing like, start coming out at you, and I just don't feel as threatened.
Well, maybe that's good. I don't know. Did you have
Hey,
a fear
here
of
it is!
Sion before? As speaking of which, we are going to see that ultimate coming out, and Savior going to be in trouble. That's going to be the first Wukong ultimate. That's a good usage of the W. Decimating Smash going to be found, but now 21 going to be forced to flash away as Teleport is coming out here from 9eva. However, that is going to leave Caitlyn Karma up in the top lane with a 2-plate turret.
I do believe they are... Oh, a TP back into that top lane. So Moonlight on that rise actually going top to try and save some plates on that turret. Because if he didn't do that, I do believe, or if they didn't do that, I do believe that turret would probably be going down to TRK here. Great play out of TRK though. Even without getting the kill, they were still able to blow a lot of cross-map resources in the both TPs on the Filet-O-Fish team.
Yeah. Really nice look here from TRK. And this game is quite even. Almost down to the individual gold. Maybe 100 gold differentiating the two teams overall. However, objective-wise, we are seeing 2 neutrals here for the side of Filet-O-Fish. But I do expect first tower to go down to the side of TRK. So I think all things considered, we are pretty even as feats of warfare are concerned.
Do you think first tower or first blood is going to happen first?
I think first tower is going to happen first the way this game is going.
That's
Both teams not really
well.
into too much fighting. Yeah. Wukong doesn't want to fight till he gets Triforce. Also, okay, Len, you're playing great, okay? Do not let me detract from you in any way. I'm begging you to try going Titanic Hydra first on Xin Zhao. I'm begging you on my knees, okay? It's so good to have that auto attack reset. It's so incredibly useful to be able to pop people with the auto attack reset, auto attack, third talent strike knockup. Please try it. Okay, sorry. That's just a personal thing that I have to get out of the way. Actually, you know what? That is something that I learned in the We Teach League community from a lovely coach called Pabu, who was helping me with my Zhao in the spring. Yeah, Cyanol comes down here onto the dragon, and we see 21 going forward with that Cyclone is going to eat a lot of the Lucian barrage. So forced to use that second charge away, but Savior taking quite low, and it seems like TRK have managed to find control of the pit, but here comes 9eva from the back. 21 not quite dead yet, and they managed to pick up the Infernal Drake on the back end. TRK get control of the space, but moved maybe a little bit too far into that mid lane, and the dragon goes over to the side of as hang on. Moonlight, gets away with the Rune Prism flash out.
We Teach LOL is awesome, though. We actually had a couple people in chat, and my co-caster for Game 1, Tyr, is actually one of the people who work there. So it was really cool to have their first-hand experience and how awesome it is and how much it's helped them and what a good community it is.
It's so nice. It's like the community is built around like-minded people who are all like, we will take accountability for our actions and improve from that. And it's just like that, the space that makes when everyone is like actually taking accountability is just so nice.
Yeah.
I do really genuinely recommend it, even though they are our sponsor this season, but I was using them before they were our sponsor.
Cool.
It is the most cost-efficient way to get coding, that is. As we are going to see turret plating fall. Top turret hasn't quite gone down. And we do see Cuddle Bear and Memer Sticks rotating back down to that bot lane. So I do expect them to be able to get this turret here, but it's not where I expected it to be.
I think Fates of Strengths might end up being the determining secure for Fates. Unless TRK get the next 3 objectives without getting kills.
No, they already got grubs, so it's already over to Filet-O-Fish. So it's going to be whoever gets the first 3 kills gets feats. So we're going to see Loose Lucky here. Might be in a little bit of trouble. Is going to be going forward. A flash from Len to try and get that a nice win. Becomes Lightning is going to mean that they're going to be able to follow this one. And here comes the knockup. But 21 now going to be able to cyclone Amon V in the middle of their ultimate. And it does have that second knockup available. Lots of damage going on, but Amon V going to be alive for now. Len going to be taking a ton of damage, but also going to be healed up quite a bit by this Medial. First blood goes over to the side of Filet-O-Fish. And they get another for their troubles. Loose Lucky going to be able to pick up 1 kill on the return, but that puts Filet-O-Fish in a very nice position to pick up these feats of strength. Ooh, 9eva might be in a little bit of trouble. Here comes the Caitlyn ult and the Syndra ult on top. That is the solo target damage that we were talking about.
Huge amount of burst. One person just does not get to play the game.
And
by the way, Luffy had a comment directed at you.
Oh, yes. I have never done anything. So Luffy, maybe, either don't join WTF, which I don't want to say, or, listen to their podcast. The Broken by Concept podcast is what originally, spawned this whole venture. A really great show. If you're unfamiliar with the origins, they are 2 of the former members of Direwolves. If you all remember Direwolves from their Worlds run forever ago.
I do.
Yep. And that's how they got started. And they really just got asked by one of the roommates, like, how do you guys? I think it's like essentially they got asked, like, how do you guys improve, or how do you guys like train? And they were like, actually, that is a fundamentally good question. I just assume Shaco players are not welcome in any particular. I mean, I think
right.
WTL does welcome Shaco players. I don't welcome Shaco players.
I'm now concerned about the quality of We Train Law. That is concerning to me. Welcoming Shaco players is a great failing, indeed.
I actually don't know that I've ever seen someone get coaching on Shaco in WTL, so let that be what it is. Yeah, Shaco, tomato, as we are going to see a nice little Herald charge going to be utilized there from the side of TRK. Now, next kill is feats. Jungle Academy is very welcoming. I am in Jungle Academy, so I can say it's fantastic. Lucian ult going to be canceled. 21 going forward, going to be using the ultimate, but does not have access to the clone. However, that's going to be lots of damage going into Amon V. Amon V going to be forced to flash out, but 21 going to be the sacrifice on the other side as blue team manages to pick up the feat of Warfare. However, quickly falls Moonline on the other side, and it looks like the dragon probably goes over to TRK here, but we do have 9eva coming in the mid lane, so I don't think it's a done deal, and we're going to see. Yeah, they are going to be forced off this dragon, at least for now. 9eva looking to go forward, does not quite find the knockup they were looking for. Memerstick's going to have to be careful. Big knockup going to be coming here out to Len. If the jungler dies, that might be it, but tons of healing coming out from this Melio Cozy Campfire. Len, though, going to be slowed up. That's going to be the Caitlyn ult. No! Ain't going to be available for there. I forgot the name of Xinjiao's ultimate. That's why that sounded a little bit weird. And Jakester going to be able to pick up another one on the back end. Now we're going to see 21 going over the wall, having come back. Crescent Guard? Or is it Crescent Sweep? I could.
He definitely sweeps a sword.
Guard, yeah. It's Crescent Guard. It's a spear, thank you. But yes, Dragon is going to go over, much needed there to the side of TRK. Sword.
Oh. My brain said spear, my mouth said sword. I'm very sorry there was a miscommunication in between.
No worries. I mean,
and
honestly,
what is a spear but a sword with a
sword.
really long handle?
True.
I mean, heck, I posted so the French grip for épée, so it's a concept I'm familiar with.
I'm more of a foil person. I always did foil. I could not do saber.
Too limiting on target area. Thank you very much.
Oh, I like to hit toes. Blech.
No, I like to hit the shoelace on the ground. Thank you very much.
No. Yeah, that would totally be a kill hit if we were dueling. Yeah, you got my toe.
You back up, your shoelace is just standing there. I drop my point. Boink.
And you're like, I win. Hey, I just don't like the option of a tie in fencing, okay? As we already see 21 utilizing this Cyclone here, going to find a lot of knockup damage, and a flank here from Loose Lucky is going to do so much. 21 is going to fall here to Len, but lots of damage coming here on the backside. Jakester going to be looked to take out Amon V as Cuddlebear goes on a killing streak. Jakester now going to be in trouble here from Moonline, but lots of damage. Cuddlebear taken out by Moonline. Memer Sticks now going forward, trying to prevent the Rise from doing anything more. There goes the Scatter of the Week, and Memer Sticks takes the kill. Now 9 Eva versus Loose Lucky, the top laners here, with Savior so incredibly low in the bot lane, but Memer Sticks also incredibly low. This is on a knife's edge. Another Scatter of the Week coming out from Jakester is going to be a killing spree for the TRK mid laner. And what were they fighting over? Oh, Otacon is going to be the prize.
Pings on Ada. So TRK is on pace to give us a game 3, and it is really awesome.
They are, in fact, I do think Memer Sticks and Jakester have to be careful because Otacon does not an insignificant amount of damage. 21 is going to be here to
TP coming in from Filet-O-Fish.
TP, Moonline looking to be on the backside. Len going in. Memer Sticks going to have to be careful. Shut down number 1, but getting taken incredibly low, and Len is now going to go out. We're going to see the second TP now coming out, and it is going to get claimed by 21 before he dies. Now Sion will look to ult out as Cuddlebear just trying to stay alive. That is so much damage from the Caitlyn headshot, but you do want to be appropriately scared of that Yone. So Otacon will go over to the side of TRK, but a couple shutdowns do go over to Filet.
Pretty significant shutdown out of Jakester. Huh. Berkey? No. No. Shoo. Your box is clean. I don't want to hear it. Sorry. Cat issues.
Cat Classic.
Oh.
Yeah, we are going to see a little bit of damage here coming out here onto Moonline. That looked like a new damage, but that was just because the Sheriff's Shield proc. Wow. You know, I feel like Melio didn't used to do this much healing. Did they buff his healing?
Moonstone does increased healing per instance of healing. So once you get that Moonstone Renewer, it's a lot. It like doubles his healing. It is truly insane.
For sure. As mid turret is going to go ahead and fall. 21. Ultimate there. Oh, he's going to have a second charge. We're going to see a big fight. Len take quite a bit of damage. He's going to be knocked up. Amon V flashing over the wall to find an assassination onto Cuddlebear. As now 21 looking to take down Amon V, but not before Amon V gets a significant more amount of damage down. 21 able to take out 9 Eva. Moonline forced to run for the hills. Savior forced to die. And that is going to be a big win here for the side of TRK.
Great fight for TRK. I'm not sure Len and Moonline were fully aware of what they were blast coning over that wall into there.
Nope.
The wave is ready for them. Ugh.
Yep.
So that is 5 turrets.
Yeah, 5 turrets and pretty significant gold lead here. Moonline going to be able to find a counter kill and phase rush themselves out of danger.
So that is a 7-stack Darksteel on that Rise. And I do want to point out that Jakester still has 5 stacks on their Darksteel, which means they had a 10-stack Darksteel. So were they planning on upgrading it on that back?
Could have been, but I guess now we will never know. Unless we see it come out anyway. I feel like that's sometimes something you do. You're like, yeah, we'll pick up a Medjai's.
An Amp Tome was picked up, so... Ooh.
Ooh, Scion ultimate going to be coming in here. Nice decimating smash going to be utilized. Yen using that crescent guard. But here comes the Cyclone onto the back line. 21 doing quite a bit of damage here. Forced to flash away into the face of Moonline as here comes 9 with the ultimate. Memer Stick's going to be dropped low. Memer Stick's going to be taken out.
Oh, the Syndra stun.
The huge stun coming out from Jakester.
Wow, that was massive.
The majority of Team Filet-O-Fish.
Ooh, Caitlyn almost taking him on there.
Yeah, and that is going to be stacking Hextech Drakes here for the side of TRK. 4.4k gold is going to be the lead as well. And I would argue, I think they have the better scaling composition.
Rise scales pretty darn well.
True, but so does Syndra.
True.
And Scion scales infinitely.
Yes. Scion is also 2,500 gold ahead of Young.
Well, I wasn't going to mention that part.
So,
but yes, this is true.
A 3, 1, and 11 tank with a 400 gold bounty. This is fine.
Feels Scion, man.
Yep. Rise, however, is the richest person in this game with 11,000 gold. But Nineveh getting
21.
Seen by 21 out here.
Ooh, this is going to be difficult. Is going to be able to find that Q over the wall and flashes away for safety. Doesn't want to get hit by this guy of the week. Cuddlebear taking a lot of damage. Loose Lucky going to be the bulwark. Prevents the majority of the culling from sticking. He's going to be a honey fruit available, so he's just going to be able to pick that one up. Loose Lucky taking one away just for fun. And it looks like they are just going to go ahead and start up this Baron. TP into the bot lane is the response from 9 so looking to trade Baron perhaps for some solid turret damage. Len able to look on the backside here for a potential steal. Wind Becomes Lightning is going to tag it up. So does have that. Flash on the other side. Loose Lucky not looking to make this a 50-50. Scatter the Weak. Gonna mean that Len taking a lot of damage, but Crescent Guard going into the pit. It's taken incredibly low, but Len gets taken out, and the smite is good from 21. Now we're going to see Moonline, the target of the Cyclone, with Jakester and Cuddlebear in support. You're quite tanky on the rise, but it's not quite enough. 2 towers have been traded for that objective, along with 3 kills. We'll have to see if it's worth it for Filet-O-Fish.
Yep. So TRK have their waves to push out all the way since they were at their base turrets. Let's see how much damage they can get done. We have a full 30 seconds left on the rise coming back up, but Xin Zhao and Melio will definitely be there in plenty of time. Just over 2 minutes on the Drake here.
Yeah, but one thing, they don't really have
oh no!
Tier 1 turrets.
Okay. 21
turrets.
backed out.
Oh.
Sorry.
You good?
I had support trauma.
21 going in. Len taking quite a bit of damage. Is going to be rooted up here by Memer Sticks. Len, nowhere to go. No Crescent Guard to be used. Cuddlebear going to be able to pick that one up. It's now Amani going forward there onto Loose Lucky, but here comes the ultimates. That's going to be Caitlyn Ult taking out half of Amon V's health bar. Now 21 going forward onto Savior, and that's going to be an empowered Q. Cuddlebear going to be the target of Moonline, but Moonline is going to say, whoa, actually, I don't want that smoke. Now they're going to be on this inhibitor turret, which is likely going to fall in the next couple of seconds. 9 up here in the top lane, doing what they do, looking for the side lane as, Jakester able to pick that one up. The unleashed power just a little bit too strong for 9 Now 21 looking to go forward again, takes a lot of damage, but does have some nice shielding. Amon V gonna be the target. 21 barely alive, but gets the triumphant proc. And now it might just be a look to end the game as Loose Lucky taking a lot of damage. Here comes the Crescent Guard, but shut down coming over from Moonline on 21. It's gonna be 50 seconds on the Monkey. Jakester looking to go in, rooted up under turret. Loose Lucky don't care. Cuddlebear looking to do damage. This Caitlyn so potent with the Baron buff.
Yep. They've got 2 cannon minions there, a third one in bot lane. They're going to be hammering on this poor turret. The cannon minions alone are going to take that last turret down.
And they're going to go over and look to set up for this Drake that is spawning in 46 seconds. It would be the 3rd Hextech Drake for this team, who have now accumulated themselves a 7,000 gold lead.
Yes, that is a significant gold lead, particularly at only 30 minutes into this game. Oof. Rise is still the richest person, though. Oh, no, no, no. It is Cuddlebear's Caitlyn. Cuddlebear with 13,700 gold is the richest person in the game.
I think I figured out what the issue was game one, right? Cuddlebear played Kaisa, thinking that it started with a C, right?
Okay.
Because I think Cuddlebear has to be alliterative, as Nine Evas could be taken chunked by that Caitlyn ultimate. Nowhere to go, really. We're going to have to see how Yone chooses to play this. Is going to utilize the ultimate, but will be taken out. And this game, Cuddlebear was able to play Caitlyn, which does start with a C. So my question is, what other 80 carries start with the letter C? I don't know if there are.
I don't think there are.
Because Kog'Maw's a K again. Right? So we are going to see, Scion ult again, just looking for that engage. Flash forward for 21, finds the Cyclone onto the majority of the Filet-O-Fish. Savior not going to be the only one spared. Now we're going to see the unstoppable force going to take him down, and TRK, Go Weak Squad, are going to bring us to game 3.
Beautiful game we have here. Excellent job, everyone. That is a beautiful victory screen. I do have to say, it is lovely. Flowers.
It is gorgeous.
Uh-huh.
It is gorgeous. I'm going to take a slight break personally to get a little bit of water. But I will be right back.
Awesome. So it's just me and you, chat. What should we talk about? Shall we go over the recap? That sounds like a good thing to do. Why can't I see damage? Where'd damage go? There it is. Okay. So Lucian had the most damage on their team. I'm actually surprised the Rise didn't do a bit more damage. It really looked like they had. Oh, Memersticks, thank you so much for gifting so many subs. That is delightful. 5 tier 1 subs. So, Bitterlaw, It's a Rogue, Delightful Ducky, The Mystic, and Shitsu Kazie. Please thank Memer. Oh, so another 5 when we win. Okay, 5 for each win. Awesome job. Awesome. So I believe everybody should be rooting on TRK for this next one as well. And what I'm interested in is the Vision score. Or that's Minions. There's Vision. So Melio had 7286 on Memerstick's Karma. Definitely was more free to move around the map, and that really showed there. Yay.
That is so support pilled of you to look at the the ward score. It's important though. It is important. Vision per minute is, I think, usually highly correlated with like victory. There's a reason why when you could just buy wards, the entire map would be fucking lit up, right? Yeah. They had to limit our access to wards because Vision is too OP.
Quite literally. What was it? Season 3 that I think it was a Janna and Worlds. It was like a 30-minute game. They had 1 completed item.
Yeah.
Supports just did not get to buy items. That was also the days of triple gold generation items, Rammus support. God, that was good. I missed that.
Mm-hmm. Simpler times, you know? Simpler times.
Move speed is also really underrated. Cloud Soul is one of the most winning things out there. It's really great.
Yes, 100% agree.
That's why Trailblazer is such an underrated item on engaged support tanks. I think it's incredible, and more people should be building it.
It's also very gold efficient, right?
Yes, very gold efficient.
Yeah. Well, love a gold efficient item. Love a game 3. We're on
Yes.
budget silver scrapes, or perhaps I should say low budget silver scrapes. Yeah.
All right. It's your turn to fill space. I'm going to go get more water too.
But but hey chat, how you doing? It's nice to be. I hope everyone's having a good Wednesday. I hope everyone's, feeling good, doing well. I hope that, you're playing some League of Legends or not. Either way. Anyone got anything they want to talk about? You want to talk about the game? Let's talk about the game. So, we got game 1 draft, we got game 2 draft to look at. There's a lot of champs we can't play anymore. Can't play Xin, can't play Jax, can't play Gwen, can't play Lee Sin, can't play Vi.
I'm back.
Oh, that was too short. Give me in chat some time, okay?
Okay. I'm sure they
No,
were
you
so
welcome back.
enjoying your scat.
Memer Sticks, humble and generous owner of the Rat Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen, gifting 5 tier 1 subs is a pretty good way.
It's pretty
way to get
good.
the team to root for you. I do now view Filet-O-Fish as the villains.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens here as the heroes take on the villains in game 3. Draft resources are going to be quite pinched here.
Yes.
Very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm expecting some degenerate. Oh, I have bad news for you.
What?
Filet-O-Fish have chosen red side.
All right. I can make that work.
That just makes them even more of the villain. You know? They didn't give 5 tier 1 subs and then they chose red side? Like, what are we doing here?
It's fine. I'll make it work. Just more work for me.
Yeah. As
Did you enjoy my in-game sound effect for Scion in the middle there, though?
Yeah, it was good. It was very solid.
I caught it
Scion.
once.
Great pick that game.
It really was. The Scion was terrifying.
Mhm.
Commanded so much presence.
Absolutely, positively. Okay, I'm just excited to see what happens in this draft. I have no semblance of a clue. I mean, I feel like the bans are going to probably stay the same, but not 100% sure.
They've been consistent thus far.
I'm kind of hoping we get to see Memer Sticks on an engaged champion. A lot of their champ pool is these like beefier engaged champs. They just keep getting banned away or forced to pick early. So
What? Do you know what it's doing on stream? I figured it out. So you know when you hit next draft and any buttons at the bottom go away, you have nothing you can pick from spectate?
Yeah.
When it shows up on screen, it has the ready button at the bottom.
Oh, interesting.
It's trying to show the owner, like the blue side or red side. And I don't have that. See? The ready button is at the bottom.
Huh.
But it's not like that on the tab I have open in my browser.
Huh. Yeah, interesting. And it's the same URL, right?
Correct. I'm copying it from the draft in Firefox.
Huh. Crazy. Also, base browser choice.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, after Google Chrome said no more uBlock Origin, I said, okay, I go Firefox.
Do you know what I'm absolutely horrified and really freaking annoyed about?
What?
Next month, Windows will no longer be supporting my operating system.
Oh, you have Windows Windows 10?
Yes.
That's crazy.
They made me switch from XP to 10, and now they're going to make me find another one. I'm so annoyed. I'm going to have to learn a third operating system.
I'm realizing I
in as
still
long
have
as you've been
Windows
alive.
10 on my computer as well.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I did Windows XP, I did Windows Vista, okay?
I did not do
I did
Windows Vista
7.
because it was awful. I got a cracked version of XP Pro, and I ran that thing until it was no longer supported, and it forced me into getting 10.
Vista, okay, here's one of my hot takes. Vista was not as bad as people made it out to be. Vista was fine. It was XP with unnecessary bells and whistles, sure. But it was fine. It was, not great. I'm not going to say it was a good time. But I enjoyed it more than, like, I think 7's better. I think,
I do
honestly,
believe
so far, 7...
that is Stockholm syndrome you're referring to with the Vista take. Because you probably got a computer that it came installed with it, and you didn't know better.
I had used XP
How
my
old
whole
were
life
you?
up to that point. I want to say like 13?
Right. So how many different options did you have at that stage?
Well, 0, because it's either
Exactly.
get the computer that's being given to you or don't get a computer.
Uh-huh.
As we're going to have to go radio mode here for this final draft.
I'm so sorry. I don't know why it's not working.
I don't think it's your fault. I will harass Ducklord. Ducklord, I love you. You know I love you, but it might also not be a Ducklord thing. Ducklord, the fantastic creator of what I think is the best draft tool out there. As we already see bands coming out here, is going to be, again, TF Vigar coming out from the Squeak Squad, Nautilus, and Pessa, and I'm expecting a Fizz coming out from the Filet-O-Fish, but we shall see. Yep, Spolner is going to be the last one, and Fizz is going to be on the other side. First pick, B1. B1 Lulu here for Memer Sticks. Going to be picking up that Enchanter. So perhaps looking to have something impactful here for Cuddle Bear. Also, I did come up with one other 80 carry that starts with C, now that I'm looking at the list of champions.
Okay.
Corki.
Ah.
So my pitch, that's a bad pitch, is Lulu Corki. We're going to see Sona here for the Filet-O-Fish, one of the hardest scaling champions, actually.
Yes, because not only does she
out.
scale, she makes everyone on her team scale.
Sona and Azir is going to be the next hover. Wait to see if that one is locked in. It is. So the Emperor of the Sands and the Muse are going to be here for Filet-O-Fish.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, on the other side, we have Lulu, and now listen, it might be Kog'Maw. Lulu Cog, known pairing. I'm just saying, if we think about game one, that might be a mistake. Kog'Maw starts with a K, okay? Cuddle Bear, that's a K, not a C, all right? Yeah, Rucho, we know the draft links are like dying.
It's a
We
Zeri.
don't know why they're not showing up on stream.
I've tried it several
no K
times.
or C.
I don't know why. It's not working.
No K, no C. No K, no C, all Z. Lulu Zeri going to be the strong pickup here for the Squeak Squad early. have to see. I'm really curious what these junglers start pulling out, because a lot of the stuff I would think is already gone. I think Jarvan could be a good pick, but Zeri has tools to deal with it. Victor going to be the pick here from the Squeak squad. So far we've got Zeri, Lulu, Victor for the side of the Squeak squad, and Azir Sona on the Filet-O-Fish.
Yeah, it's not
Rescue
working.
spelling Kog'Maw with a C. Viego, for those Viegos enjoyers in chat, is going to be the hover here and the lock in for Filet-O-Fish. So that will be one of the junglers. A little bit more of a carry-oriented jungle coming out here from Len, who has been playing fantastic all series.
They definitely have.
Now, I'm not saying they lost last game because they didn't go Titanic Hydra first item, but maybe.
Well, do they go Titanic Hydra first item on Viego?
Well, I probably not. I don't think you build Titanic on Viego. I don't think so. I don't. Yeah, no. I had to check. Bans coming out here. Mundo banned away from Filet-O-Fish. Banned away by Filet-O-Fish, and then TRK banned the Fiora. Cho'Gath going to be banned for Filet-O-Fish. They do not want to give Loose Lucky a big tanky boy like he had last game, right? So the Scion ban is already implicit. Then you take out the Mundo. Then you take on the Cho'Gath, and you're left with limited beefcake options for the top lane. Now, that's not no beefcake options. It's just limited beefcake options. Let's go look at Loose's.
And we know you're an expert on beefcakes. Yes, I've gotten to derail you at least once this stream.
Nice. Yes, I am a beefcake expert. That's me. I.
Oh, the answer of the Kog'Maw on the Filet-O-Fish side of things. So that is a Sona Kog'Maw bot lane with an Azir mid. That's a lot of scaling. That's a.
It's a lot of scaling without a facilitator early game. Like Viego is like a strong champion. Don't get me wrong, but Viego likes to have assistance.
Yes, he likes to be
and
the
Jarvan,
second or third
champion.
man.
I was just talking about. They see them pick up the immobile 80 carry. They say, "Hey, that looks like a Jarvan angle." A similar champion to that Vi, in terms of the overall play style, can be played very aggressively. I think it's a great pickup here for 21, who is a jungler that is after my own heart through this series.
Gragas.
Gragas going to be the final blind there for the top lane for Loose Lucky. I don't see Gragas in their top champions. Let me go take a peek. It's in there. 10 games played this season. So it exists. But
Luffy, where are you? There's a Gragas pick. TRK picked Gragas. A Gnar hover?
Gnar looking like response from Filet-O-Fish.
And locked in. Okay.
Yep. Gnar hover, Gnar lock. So that is going to be, if you're following along at home, the TRK Squeak squad are, I'm going to go in order. Gragas, Jarvan, Victor, Zeri, Lulu versus Gnar, Viego, Azir, Kog'Maw, Sona.
Good job.
That is going to be your lineups here for this game 3, as we are going to get into it soon. Yeah, excited to see what happens here. I think based on these drafts, I'm favoring the heroes a little bit. I think the heroes composition makes more sense. I think the heroes composition works well together. You can put them in the cage, and then you can put the Victor ult on top of the cage, and then that'll just get bigger. But, you know, everything isn't without its intricacies. It is entirely possible that I will get proven very wrong. I do think that Azir Viego is a strong combination. Shuffle someone into Viego, get him killed, get that reset, I think can be somewhere we will look for the side of Filet-O-Fish. And also, chat, if you heavily disagree with me, you know, you're like, what is this dumbass talking about? let me know. Maybe in a polite way, but like I'm curious what you all think of these compositions as well. So I'll wait to put up the prediction until we see everything come through.
I have it up. The client picks and bans and such, so we will see draft happening in game. I am so sad that it didn't let me see the draft client because it's such a wonderful client.
I know.
It's such a good tool.
Well, I will ask the minds that know things about this. We'll see if we can get an answer.
Yeah, because I didn't want to try restarting stream to see if it was a Streamlabs thing.
Could be.
Yes, Little Robot Man, that is kind of the crux of the situation. Huge scaling and late game prowess on that Filet-O-Fish side. So TRK are going to want a fast game. Ooh. Let's see how many tools they have for creating space, though. I mean, a Zero ult can be used as a huge defensive tactic, though Zeri can just hop over it if she wants to, which... that's actually really cool.
But she only gets one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Viego doesn't...
So if you can get creative...
have many disengage things. Hogma has a giant slow goo puddle.
Yep. Kog'Maw's got the goo.
Last couple bands coming out.
Folks are going Zeri top lane. That's interesting. I jest.
Memer sticks for getting
come
lightly
on.
banned.
Classic.
It's not as if they're the captain or anything. It's fine. They can be told what to do. I do...
All right.
As a support player, as a Sona lover, I love a Sona into Lulu because what does Lulu do to Sona? Exactly. Sona just hangs back, occasionally throws out a Q, but Lulu doesn't have the potential to like do a huge counter engage, and if Lulu steps up, Sona does have the option of throwing out a massive ult. Lulu's Sona sustain can also help mitigate most of the Lulu poke onto their ADC, which is lovely, and the speed up available in her aura on her E, plus the empowered the power chord auto for the slow is huge into a Lulu. It really just negates her speed up, which is real nice. Yeah, the Viego pick will have to be very selective in when they go in. I do want to say that this is a quite high level of play, and they have shown that they are very good. So it could be huge.
And now I said a question, and then I realized I was muted because I was talking to someone, maybe a cat. Are you a Sona player or a Lulu player? Because based on the words I just heard, you seem like you have quite the familiarity with the matchup, or both, or neither.
I have played Lulu. Sona is actually my second most played champion. I do have over 1 million mastery on her.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
That's the deep matchup knowledge you come here for, folks. That's what we offer.
This particular matchup.
Yeah, you want to know how Sona Lulu goes from the finest Gold 4 analyst the world has ever seen. That's what you come to love about LCS for. You won't get that shit anywhere else. Oh gosh.
Hey, I know more about the game than my rank indicates. I'm just old and bad at playing video games in general.
The reason I like League is because I don't have the hands for first-person shooters.
Right. And I got attracted to League because...
That's not the only reason, but that's a pretty big reason.
In its inception, League used to not be very toxic at all. I actually hit gold very early on in my ranked career, and I'm like, gold is great. It's this lovely little mid place between, like, people who don't know how to play the game and people who are angry and serious about the game, and gold used to be this lovely bastion of calm in the middle where people generally know how to play the game but weren't serious enough to rage out at people. And then the years went by and it got bad. Every rank is bad though now, so yeah. It's
Based
sad.
and real.
But I love that you can
Let's see
report
where-
people in game. You don't have to remember. Were you around for the tribunal?
The League Tribunal. Yes, I used to love League of Legends Tribunal videos where people would take tribunal cases and like do voiceovers for what was said in the tribunal. I loved that content. I had an account. I was an adjudicator for the tribunal.
I was as well.
They let me decide shit, which honestly, thinking back on it, kind of crazy of Riot. Kind of like, you know, why are you letting me say things here? I'm a child, but
I was not a child. I was an adult.
You in game?
So it was fine. All right, and I need to switch some stuff around. Shift Control Z. Nope. Control Shift Z. Nope. Hit the button first. There we go. I will set this up visually first, and then I will fix the doodads in a moment. I promise. I promise.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Gamba has come and gone, Jake the operator. There are thousands of schmeckles on the line. And we are going to see a level 1 here from Memer Sticks. Going to be taking a little bit of damage here. Amon V going forward. Memer Sticks will be okay. And I will tell you that Memer Sticks did get a Mana Flow Band proc from that, which we love. We love that for them. However, so did Kog'Maw. So we got a little double Mana Flow action coming out here.
you know, we should really ask for a standard size for logos so we don't have to do this resizing thing like crazy.
I do like the nice big close-up of the very bootleg Filet-O-Fish logo, though. I think it was important that we all understood the anime girls behind the sandwich, you know?
Okay. Well, here. Now we can see it again. It's delightful. The multicolored Filet-O-Fish. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Alrighty. Are you at 1 minute 34, 35, 36, 37,
40,
38?
41, 42.
Okay. I'm a little behind, but I think I'm good now.
Okay, have you caught up?
I believe
49,
so.
50,
Yeah.
51?
Yeah.
Okay.
I may be a tad behind, but that's okay.
All right.
A tad is workable.
Okay. It's not as if there's also a delay in, like, our Discord talking to each other or something, so you're actually, like, double the delay you think you are.
Alright, I'll hit the speed up button a little bit.
13,
Just a little
14, 15, 16.
Yes, now we are synced.
Okay.
But wait. Isn't the Discord delay baked in because you are telling me the time, and the gap between our Discords is the time it would take for when you said the time to reach me, therefore making, as long as we are verbally agreeing on the time, synced as far as Discord delay goes?
I honestly assumed you were putting it a second ahead of what I was saying.
Nope.
Okay, cool. Good talk.
Put it on the money.
Excellent.
We've seen a lot of trading here in the early game, but not quite sure where the excitement is going to happen. Junglers both clearing top to bot, so this is going to be a bot-focused matchup here.
Mm-hmm.
Cuddlebear jumping in forward, getting a little bit of damage now.
Sona getting those stacks. I think people forget that she has stacks on her passive.
I will never forget.
You will never forget?
I will never forget.
Okay. Why does that sound like there's been some sort of trauma associated with Sona stacks in the past?
I don't think there actually has been. I just like... I liked... If I play a champion after the thing's been changed, I will remember it. And I played an ARAM Sona game, and so I will remember it. That's about it.
Nineveh about to gnar out here in this top lane into Loose Lucky. Ooh.
Yeah.
Taking
Good
quite a
chunk
bit
of
of damage
damage there.
despite being in a big wave of minions.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, yeah, nothing too big gonna happen here. I expect Jarvan to be able to do a lot more early than the Viego, so I'm kind of keeping my eyes here on 21. But the folks that he's got a gank, there's a lot of mobility, except for on that Kog'Maw.
Mm-hmm.
Cuddlebear doing the zip zap zop thing.
Yeah, but Asona is fine taking an even trade like that because of her sustain. It's not actually an even trade.
Yeah. It's a fake even trade.
Yeah. See, the green sparkle means she has her shield aura up.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of poke damage coming out here from Amon V. Amon V, also a standout performer in this series, has been playing incredibly well. Honestly, everyone in both of these teams has been playing very well. I think a lot of, especially like high tier League of Legends, is that like if you are popping off as one of these carries, it is because your team is adequately supporting you and giving you opportunities to play.
So when were people going to start yelling at me about the
hats
order
off to
of the
everyone.
champions?
Nice dodge away.
Are we just going to hang out with them as
I
your
wasn't
top?
going to mention it.
Okay.
Hey, it's still a solo lane.
Hey, I have the logos in the right spot.
We're gonna see
And I
synchronized
even have the correct
TPs.
overlay. Look. One win on each side.
It's beautiful. One win on each side. As we are going to see the ultimate being used from Gnar. Loose Lucky doesn't really have any mana, but Nineveh can't go too far. Red team, Len, going to be able to pick up that early Drake, which has been a little bit of a pattern for Filet-O-Fish.
Jarvan hovering this mid lane a little bit. I think just hanging out in case something happens, but taking their back.
Yep, just going to go ahead and buy. And pickaxe to Viego's curve bow. As things have been pretty sleepy so far, sixes are coming out. So we've got some gameplay to be happening in that mid lane in particular. I'm watching that as your ultimate. It's quite strong for helping set up for jungle ganks. Minute 20 going to be here on the next Grubs. So that's the next kind of neutral fight I'm expecting to see.
Bankless Mirror on Sona. Sona's walking top. They're doing the lane switch again.
They're doing the lane switch again. It did work for them well last game. However, Sona is going to be desynced from their ADC here. Amon V still in the bot lane trying to get this wave in. So Sona
it's actually
will
a
be left alone
response to the
for
Filet-O-Fish lane swap. Okay.
Oh, I see.
But
Yeah,
Kog'Maw
Filet-O-Fish
got a
said,
solo
hey.
plate. So I don't think they were upset with the timing and how that went.
Yeah, seems overall good. Savior going to be able to take out that pink ward, but might be in trouble for it. Flag and drag going forward. Not going to find anything, though. Cataclysm won't be committed.
So
As
that
now
is what
top lane
Alulu
has
does
become
to
bot, and
Sona.
bot has become top. Hmm.
Yep.
So we're going to see Nineva not quite escape the body slam there. Diego pinging forward. Perhaps looking for something top lane. Grub spawning here in 2 seconds. Jarvan is going to be on the top side, though. Probably will spot this out in a little bit. But Len looking to pick them up before that happens. Danger ping coming out from the mid lane as Azir's moving up as well to this play. Now Savior and Amon also moving to make sure they can get these grubs. Very focused here on these early game objectives for the side of Filet-O-Fish.
Mm-hmm.
Flag and Dragon, he's going to go in. They're going to look to fight here. That's going to be a stun up in the gravity well, and lots of damage going on to Savior. Savior forced to flash away. First blood goes over. Nice shuffle coming out from Moonlight, but now Len left with nowhere to go, and that is going to be the feats of Warfare over to the side of TRK, who pick up 3 kills.
So for a scaly comp to contest an early objective is brave.
Mm-hmm. And aggressively bring all their members for the early objective.
Mm-hmm. Support did not
Now,
have ult yet, and a big Sona ult could have done huge things. They were very much lined up for it a couple times. But Sona's sitting at that level 5 due to that lane swap, and her ADC being a bit behind to that. Sona lost XP from not being able to step up to the wave.
mm-hmm. Now, they did lose. They did get all of the grubs.
Nice.
So they do have a consolation prize.
That's actually huge because that's going to help them extend the game length by limiting the amount of turret damage that TRK is able to do. That's...
Absolutely.
Jakester is very confident in this mid lane.
You know, I was casting with Zodiac last week, and they were telling me that, you know, Victor is this skill shot that just, it's so skillful, and the hitbox is definitely not crazy generous. Yeah, you know. But yeah, 2-0 on this Victor so far. Big beneficiary of that early play. Love to see it.
Yup. Big
And 23 seconds on this Drake here. Does look like we're bringing a number of members down here, especially given that the Azir is now going to the top lane. Does have TV available. We might be seeing a big old brawl for this dragon.
We may. That Sona ult is available this time, and that could be a huge turning point in a team fight.
Absolutely, positively. We'll have to see how that goes. Lots of pings coming out here. We're going to see Lightning Crash going to be utilized. Nineva going to be the target, but he's going to be able to jump out of the way. Starting to go Mega. That's going to be shuffled back for Cuddlebear. Cuddlebear going to be taken out, and that's going to be absolutely massive here for Filet-O-Fish. Likely going to secure them this early Hextech Drake, and it will be their second of the game. They might be a scaling composition, but they aren't afraid to put up these early fights. 21 looking to go in there. Red team does manage to get the Drake, but Cataclysm's going to be on top of 3 members. Jakester now going to come in and looking to put down the Gravity Storm, which is going to pick up 1. It's going to pick up 2. Loose Lucky's now going to be here, and Len is going to be left alone. Jakester is absolutely feasting this game, and Len is trying to survive. Is going to be flashing away. I think that Diego will be good. Meanwhile, Nineva is going to be getting money in the top lane as well. So, I mean, lots of good things going over to the side of Filet-O-Fish, but there is so much gold on Jakester this game. You have to be terrified of this mid lane.
TRK seeing that TP away from the objective by Gnar up to that top lane, they utilized their own TP on Loose Lucky to come down and join the team fight in order to get just a bit of gold on their Victor. Just 5,600 gold at 12.5 minutes.
Yeah. Just.
Fine.
Has full item plus needlessly large rod. And I mean, you know, if you're playing Victor, you're like, great. I will try to carry. Now, there are a lot of tools for this victory to be dealt with, you know? If you target them, Gnar ult, you know, a zero ult, and then into the Viego, taking the body of the incredibly fed member, you're in for a little bit of a fright. However, if that doesn't happen, he can absolutely solo win you a team fight.
Yeah, particularly with things like, you know, a J4 ult to keep them all grouped up in your Chaos Storm of Doom or whatever it's called. Did they rename his ult? Is it still Chaos Storm?
I think it's still Chaos Storm.
Okay.
Arcane Storm.
Arcane Storm.
They did rename
It used to be Chaos Storm, right? Am I losing my mind?
I'm pretty sure it used to be Chaos Storm. Chat can like check me on that, but I'm pretty positive it used to be Chaos Storm. Speaking of which, Memer Sticks taking a lot of damage here. Amon V going to take him out. Now we're going to see Moonline trying to do some damage of their own. They have relegated Jakester here to this top side lane, which is making the overall map pressure, I think, go in favor of Filet-O-Fish.
Yeah, losing
Have to
Memer
see what
Sticks
happens.
really exacerbates that issue because it's supposed to be 2 people in mid lane against the bot lane.
Yep, so you're going to see 21 look for something. We're going to find it.
But Jakester was able to force the Gnar out a bit early.
Are going to see Siege
And
of
it
this
looks like
turret
we have
is likely
fairly
to fall.
normal lane assignments at this point with Jakester against Moonline in bot lane. That is quite a bit of damage. Goodness.
Yeah, Jakester certainly the one to watch right now. What's the gold looking like there? We probably just said it. 1,000 gold up. About.
Yeah, 1,000 gold up in mid for TRK. Jungle has a slight lead of 500 on the Filet-O-Fish side. Top lane, same thing. Bot lane actually has the largest discrepancy.
Flash away.
Kog'Maw has a significant gold lead over Cuddlebear on Zeri. So up in kills, up in
I saw that.
assists, and up in farm.
Yeah, very interesting there. Not the individual I would expect to be the primary beneficiary here, but certainly is doing quite well this game. Also, I did not realize this is AP Kog'Maw, so we are going to see 21 go ahead and
Oh,
pick
it
up that
is.
Herald.
Wait, who's their AD threat? Oh, Viego Gnar. Yeah, they're fine.
Viego.
Oh.
Ooh, Shuffle doesn't quite land. 21 going in. This is going to be an incredibly chaotic fight. Gets absolutely deleted. Glenn now going to be taking the body of that Jarvan. Flag and Drag doesn't actually quite find a knockup, but Cuddlebear taking a ton of damage there. Jakester trying to find it. And I think that's like the hidden AP Cog damage coming through because it's happening in huge bursts. Yep. They're going to do a lot of damage.
Great
Lucky
flash
going
out
in.
of Mon.
Scatters the enemy team, but it not quite be enough. Len now body slamming forward. Jakester still going to be alive, but Chaos Storm has been utilized. Flash now coming out here from Nineva, and that's going to be quite a convincing fight for the side of Filet-O-Fish. They are going to be quite happy with getting that top turret there. Don't think the game is over by any means.
No.
But you do have this really scaling team that is kind of picking up steam. They've got a bit of a gold lead. They've got the dragon lead. What are you doing if you're TRK here?
Probably going for the standing gold and taking these outer turrets. The turret lead is a big part of the gold lead that Filet-O-Fish have right now. So using the Rift Herald in mid, being able to, yes, pick it up, I think? No? Not quite down? Nope, didn't quite go down. So they didn't quite get the mid turret down. Everybody is posturing for this Drake. They are going in through the choke point, but they're able to force Filet-O-Fish away from it. Drake down to a third health. Huge
Flash forward,
Jarvan
that's
ult.
gonna be a massive cataclysm, but it isn't going to be enough. Now Nineva looking to cause disruption on the backside. Jakester gonna be the recipient of that ultimate, but there's just so much damage. I think it's this AP cog bomb, but I'm not entirely sure. Filet-O-Fish find themselves at Soul Point.
Yeah, all grouped up like that, the auras on Sona also go huge. The on-hit damage from her Q, the heals and shields from her W did massive things in the team fight. It would have lost at least Sona and probably another one if she hadn't been able to do all the healing and shielding she did.
Yeah, and that's just going to be believing this.
Yeah.
Here.
She has her Moonstone done, so that's already added quite a bit of effectiveness to her healing and shielding. That's fun. Still sitting on the Spangless Mirror. Interesting.
Huh. Maybe just picked that up early and said, I want the mana regen, but I want to build other items?
Yeah, I usually just buy tier early and just sit on tier. Usually games don't go to the support getting 6 items, so the early mana pool on that tier is quite nice. That was a Lulu versus an Azir. Lulu was not long for this world. We will mourn her loss and her very obnoxious voice lines.
Yes, R.A.P.
I don't like that champion.
Definitely no bias here on the cast whatsoever.
Yes,
Promise.
there is. Ooh, that is a Gragas and an Alcove.
Ooh, Amon V has to be very careful. Gets spotted by this Darian. That's a lot of damage. Cataclysm going forward, but still going to be alive for now. Somehow, Cuddlebear is the one who gets killed out of all of that. Now, finally, 21 also going to be taken out as well. And it looks so promising. But Amon V just stays so healthy, I think in large part due to the Sona. Used the Summoner Heal there. And that's 8,000 gold here for Filet-O-Fish.
And that will be the Otacon as a reward for that beautiful team fight. I am so happy to see a good Sona game. This is so fun.
Sona putting in the work this game. Also, another thing I do want to point out, 22 stack Medjais on that Amon V. Now, what I'm going to say is that's a 5-head bait move to try and get TRK to do what they just did. They see the Medjais to say, we got to kill him. We got to kill him. And then you just wait with your friends hiding in the darkness, and you overforce. Now we're going to see Cuddlebear on the receiving end of Moonline. Moonline hitting the Shurima Shuffle. TP coming out a little bit too late from Loose Lucky, but has 21 as well. Puts up the turret, which was increased to do damage, but shut down. Nice gold going there over again to Jakester. And now we're going to see Nineva coming in. Chaos Storm going to be utilized. That's going to be a lot of CC. Gnar stunning under the turret. Isn't going to be enough. Loose Lucky taking a ton of damage. Going to be 1v1 with Saber. Gets shut down as well. That's going to be so much gold going over to the side of TRK. Loose Lucky has no fear. Dies for the trade, but gets another kill here for the Jakester.
And now they're looking at a Mon V with the Jarvan ult. I don't think... Whoa. Okay, never mind.
That's not what you want. Len going to be able to pick up the body. Jakester, however, going to get another 1,000 gold shutdown.
Shutdown.
This Victor has to be so freaking rich. Let me check.
That was doubly huge. Yeah, that is a 3k gold lead. That was doubly huge because if you look 15 stacks on that Magi's, he had just hit 25 stacks. So getting the kill there just mitigated so much potential future damage from that Kog'Maw.
Although, if I'm Jakester here, I am sweating. I'm sweating so
I know.
hard.
No pressure.
I'm like,
it's fine.
I gotta carry this, boys. It's fine. You do have all of our money. But you got
90% of his team's kills.
Yeah. Straight
90%. That is high. That is significant.
Mhm.
Although Kog'Maw has 55-ish, 57-ish% of his team kills. Darn it, they only have 19 and not 20 kills. Makes it harder.
Yeah, makes the map harder. Drake, though, is going to be spawned up here. You're going to see Kog'Maw artillery coming out.
Mm-hmm.
A gentle dance shall begin. But lots of poke.
Yep.
Lots of poke coming out here from the AP Cog.
Kog'Maw being very careful to stay not
We'll go ahead and pull the dragon out
team.
down. Jakester a little bit scary to be in front there, but they just can't get past Sona. Is going to be whipped there. That's going to be a Flag and Dragon immediately responded to with the Shurima Shuffle. However, Cataclysm is going to be able to find one. The Dragon is going to go over to the Viego. But on the backside, what can get happen? Cuddlebear does manage to get one. Len now looking for a body to possess. They found one in the Zeri. Jakester now going quite low, but Loose Lucky finding a nice body slam. Amon V on the back, providing the artillery support. Jakester trying to find the damage, but that is going to be a dead man from Arcane, and that is going to be a full ace for the Filet-O-Fish.
And a 25-stack Magi's.
I'm so curious to know what the damage spread looks like at the end of this.
So, what is TRK's way back into this game as we see a single auto take half of Cuddlebear's health bar? That was distracting. Sorry.
I think killing Viego, or honestly, if you get a Baron flip, or even better, an Elder flip, if you win an Elder flip, you can win the game.
Cool.
It is, I'm not gonna lie though, it is an uphill battle. This has been a fantastic game from the side of Filet-O-Fish, who refused to take blue buff.
They are delaying it so that Nar could get it as well. Although Nar is just sitting in base. Are we gonna see a pause? Nope, waiting on item. We're good. We are good. See Kog'Maw with 50% of his team's damage.
Kog'Maw looking here. Got flashes away from the body slam. That's going to be the Gragas ultimate. But that's so much damage on the back end. 21, not going to be the target. Uses the Cataclysm to find only one. Jakester uses the Chaos Storm, but the value is not quite there. Shutdown is good money onto the Zeri, but Memer Sticks and Cuddlebear are left the lone members in a cruel, unforgiving world. And Cuddlebear will be taken out here by Moonline. Lulu versus the world, and I think the world might have that one. I think Filet-O-Fish might be able to push to end the game. They are going to be knocking on these turrets.
Looks like Memer
The death timers
Stick's
aren't that
wallet
long.
may be safe after this game.
They are going to push down the sis. Loose Lucky alive, but I don't think they're going to be able to get it done into the entire team. And it is going to be match point, or series, for Filet-O-Fish.
It was a really good series. A 3-game series is always fun to see, and both teams really had their moments. That Kog'Maw was terrifying, though. Goodness. And excellently supported by the Sona. I was so happy to see a Sona pick. I think that champion is very underrated. She just provides so much to the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, Filet-O-Fish is anti-subs for the channel, which is unfortunate. I can go ahead and end the prediction here.
Very tragic for us.
Very sad. But good for Filet-O-Fish.
Get to look at the recap here. Here we go. All right. How is it 11:30? What happened? It's fine.
Three
Okay,
series.
so Kog'Maw did a little bit of damage. Just
a bit.
Just over 10k more than Azir. Who did very well, by the way. I am not discounting Azir at all. Kog'Maw's just a little bit gross sometimes. Clearly, Viego was the main tank, having taken the most damage from champions. And CC. Gnar did very well. Gragas, of course. Lulu. Ooh. Savior on that Sona did really lovely on Vision, though it is much easier to have a higher Vision score when you are on the winning team. Having access to more of the map, being able to easily sweep out wards, that sweeping really does give you a lot of Vision score.
Yes, and you get more Vision score the further away from your base you are, right?
I haven't looked into the specifics because I don't want to overthink the ever-loving bejesus out of every single game I'm in.
Fair? Fair. Fair.
Just like, do I work in behavioral health? Yes. Have I looked up the specifics of the meds I have been prescribed? No, because I don't want to analyze it and know every single side effect I could have.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fantastic. Well, I'm trying to look to see if there's someone in particular we should raid. Well, there's another league thing.
Cool.
Is there? Maybe there isn't. Let's see. There's a couple league streamers. Anyone got someone we should raid? Anyone know if they're?
Can you make the raid happen? Because I have no idea how to do that.
I can
Beautiful.
make the raid happen. I can absolutely make the raid happen. You know what Buggle often does? That's fun.
Huh.
We're gonna go to League of Legends and we're gonna find someone who looks chill. Now, they might not be chill, so like, just know that this is coming with like a
grain of salt,
a caveat. But we find someone with like no viewers. Like no viewers. Like I'm scrolling down and down and down. We just, give them a little love. I actually love it when Buggle does this.
Okay.
I like the idea of someone named Blob Giraffe. How do you feel about Blob Giraffe?
Blob Giraffe sounds fantastic and would clearly have to exist on a planet with very low gravity for the blobbiness to make a giraffe shape.
Yeah. I saw Raid Rivington too late, Memer Sticks, but if you just DM that to me on Discord, I'll try to remember it for next time. I'm now kind of committed to raiding Blob Giraffe.
Just kind of.
Yeah. All right.
Say something nice.
I guess. Do you want me to take us out with my classic catchphrase? Because you're the one streaming, so you have control.
Ooh, true. What is your classic catchphrase on a random Wednesday night in the middle of summer? Actually, towards the end of summer.
My random catchphrase on a random Wednesday night in the middle of summer is going to be stay in drugs, don't do school, remember to take the cat bus.